Problems for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tory? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the line, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother, Black Power, to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing, what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. I hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Big up to you both. Thank you so much. Tory, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering,
awesome.
Where's Tory? Like,
I wanted to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cup. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused.
Now, live from the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Lowe.
Wavy boy, go crazy.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue, and I'm here for the action.
And nothing but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants the smoke today?
Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues.
The movement continues.
How y'all doing out there in Radio Land? How y'all doing in the chat? We got another powerful show for you today. So I'm gonna need y'all to open up your ears, okay? Hey, thank you for joining me this Monday, March 9th, 2026. Who we got in the chat? SC. We got Josh in the chat. Jeff, Sincere Runny Ray Real is in the chat. Lori Patterson, salute Lori. Mo the Elephant, I see you, Mo. Kawanda in the chat. Salute to everybody that's joining this show. Y'all know how we get down on Monday. Every Monday, we got to get on one accord. Let's get the miracle Minister Kevin on the lines. How you doing, Minister Kevin?
Hey, Tory, I'm good. How you doing?
Hey, it was a lot going on this weekend, but we here. We here today. We here. And you know what? I know you had an event. I could not make it. I had another shooting I had to deal with. And it was a lot going on my end, but I know you had the conference, the shooting conference of with the Journal Sentinel.
Yeah, behind the gun. Yes, yes.
Okay, how did it go?
The story, I tell you, we had a time. It was awesome, man. Only thing I didn't like about it is we didn't have another hour or two to keep going. Because we needed at least another hour. It was so awesome, man. You know, a lot of people showed up. Politicians, city officials, people that's been dealing with these issues, having questions with owning guns, and a lot of information was given out because even I didn't know that Wisconsin was an open carry state.
Right.
I didn't know that.
Wisconsin is an open carry. You don't even have to get it concealed. You can just carry your, long as it's, not hidden, you can carry it.
Yeah, but, with that, you better have some wisdom because, our skin is already a weapon, so we don't need to add another weapon to the weapon and have to deal with another tomorrow rice incident,
Well, I'll tell you this. People are snatching. If you open carry and you're at the gas station getting gas and people behind you in line, they are just snatching the guns from people.
Wow.
So you just got to be careful.
I wouldn't doubt it.
No, it's happening.
I wouldn't doubt it.
They snatching people glasses off their face, like if they got the expensive glasses.
Yes.
And if when you open carry, some people carry the gun in the pouch, like the officer, like the police, and they just will take it out, and then they'll pull a gun on you, so you don't, follow behind them, and then they'll walk out, take the gun.
Right, and that's what I was saying. A lot of times when you have these weapons, even in the cars that we talked about, Jay Cargy was mentioned that 59% of the guns that are taken from automobiles, and so when you have your gun in the automobile, that's why people break it in and out of cars going down the street, or you go to a club. And then they will break into cars at a club somewhere. Then they think people leaving their guns inside because they can't take them inside the club, leave them inside the glove box or something, or the truck. So people are breaking in there, so the 1,600 guns stolen that way. That's a lot of guns out there on the street.
And that's usually a lot of people when they go clubbing, when they go out to these nightclubs, and they come out and their car been broken into and the gun has been stolen.
Right, exactly. And they don't have a gun lock on them. So the guns is free to use, as they want to. Mm-hmm. So it's a lot to gun ownership. And you also talked about we not having respect for guns. A lot of people, a couple of people that was on the panel, they grew up with guns in the house, guns all over the house. And they were known that they were there. So the children would have respect for the guns. They didn't want to, a gun. And, blow their own head off or somebody else's head off or taking it to use it for some mischief off the street or something. They had respect for it. They have learned how to use them at an early age. So it wasn't a novelty if they found it somewhere in the house and they got to just do something crazy.
Plus, I believe that kids need to be trained. I mean, when I was out in Iowa and Minnesota, a lot of those kids were going hunting with family members, and they knew what guns were, shotguns were, regular guns. They knew how to use these things because they would be taken out to, pheasant hunting, fishing, all of these things. They would have a lot of knowledge of how to use weapons and how to, feed themselves if they were out in the woods and things like that. So when I came home, there was a different mentality about guns, and I think that the education needs to be there too.
Right, because without the education, all you see is with a gun is power, a misguided power. You think because you got a gun, you got power. You ain't got to argue with nobody to pull your gun out and shoot them. You ain't got to wait in line to pull your gun out. Whatever it might be, you think the gun is something that gives you absolute power. And that's not how it's supposed to be. We have to, gun is responsibility, not power. It may give you power. That's what we see with the police. They got a gun and they got a badge, so they have power. But it's supposed to come with responsibility as well. But we don't look at that aspect of it. Like with the young lady on the street, I'm so sorry that she lost her life like that. But she put out a gun, and she may have been in the right pulling out her gun if she thought her life was in danger. But not to wave it around and threaten people with, So we have to be careful that we are exhibiting responsibility along with that power. That was Spider-Man granddad told him. Mm-hmm. With great power comes responsibility.
Well, I'll say this, guns have been around for a long, long time. And there is education out here and there is things to do, like to go get trained. There's places where you can go to shoot the weapon. There's people that will teach you how to use the weapon, how to clean the weapon. You can even go on YouTube and see things, how to deal with gun safety. The information is out here. And many times people, when they make excuses of, I didn't know this and I didn't know that, but when the new Jordans is coming out, what restaurant is serving the chicken tenders. Like, you got to make sure that if you're going to have something around, that you educate yourself, especially something as deadly as a gun. And if it's misused, it can cause not only harm to your family, but yourself and others. So these are things that we have to say, hey, look, if I'm going to have this around, let me get educated. Let me get an understanding on, how to have this around my family, how to the best defend myself with this. These are just simple clicks that you can click on to figure out how to do all of this. You don't need no big meeting to do this. You got to just get out there. The education is out there and making sure that you cover all bases if you're going to have a gun.
Yes, you're talking about responsible people. Hey. If you're going to have it, they look for that. But you have a bunch of people that are not responsible. So they do need the big meters. They do need the class. They do need the intervention for the police telling you, look here, you don't need to be having a gun. We done arrested you before having a gun because you don't have a license for it. Why don't you do it the right way? Same thing with driving. People do the same thing there. I can't tell you how many people told me they don't need a license to drive in Milwaukee. Just when they go outside Milwaukee, they need one. But they don't have the education or responsibility behind, driving a vehicle. You need to have a license. You need to have insurance. You need to have it registered and all that. But when people don't look at all that, they just look at, you just need to drive. No, you just need to have a gun.
I'm going to tell you this. Well, if you do it that way, hold on. If you do it that way, then you're opening up the door for something to go wrong and not in your favor. And it's not going to be in your favor.
You begging for it.
Yeah, you just asking for one day something that's going to happen, and the odds is never going to be in your favor.
And you know what? With a gun, there's never just one victim. There's never just one victim. There's always multiple victims. No matter if one person got shot or whatever, it's multiple victims. You got the family. You got the person who did the shooting, and their family is victimized by your actions. They lose a dad. They lose a brother, whether it's through death or whether through incarceration. They're still losing somebody. So it's never just one victim. You talk about these mass shootings. All of them are mass shootings because there's more than one victim every single time. So you gotta realize that too. Whatever you do has repercussions beyond just you. People think that I'm gonna shoot you because you did this. And then you gonna go home and eat dinner and everything's gonna be okay? Or you go home and play your PlayStation? No, life has changed now. Now you're on the run. Now you got people harming you. Now you got all kind of things going on. People trying to find you and kill you, and now they doing the same thing over and over. So it's never one victim. Every shooting is a mass casualty somewhere.
Minister
people
Kevin,
are losing people all over the place.
It's a lot going on with these guns. Hopefully the message that was brought over the weekend resonates. And like I said, we just got to make sure that we continue to address these serious issues. And I appreciate you for being out in the community, somebody that I know that is out there really trying to make some real changes. And I appreciate you for coming on the show as well, right here on the Tory Lowe Show every Monday for the Monday prayer. And I'm going to need everybody out there in Radio Land to gather together. It's getting warmer out here. We're going into longer days, and we need all hands on deck
and we need to get on one accord. So I appreciate you, Miracle Minister Kevin, for coming on the show for the Monday prayer as usual. Once again, if you out there listening to the show, I'm going to need you to help get on one accord, get everybody on one accord. And we thank you, Miracle Minister Kevin, for the prayer.
Amen. God bless. This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Father God in heaven, we take such a beautiful and promising day today. It's beautiful because it's a day that we've never seen before. And it's promising because we have another chance to get it right. Not right in our own eyes, but right in yours. God, if we delight ourselves in you, your word says that you will give us desires of our heart. What better promise is there than that? So Lord, our desire right now is that you hear our prayers. We pray for healing. We pray for deliverance, for mercy, for grace, for provisions. We pray for protection, for wisdom, for peace, for guidance. And we pray love one for another, for good results, and for salvation. I speak life more abundantly. In Jesus' name, amen.
Anything else you want to say, Miracle Minister Kevin?
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused.
Hey, look, when we come back, we'll get into the show, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
And that's Tory Lowe, bringing you all the action and all the smoke. Need a way to hype up your day?
Hello, is this Shirley?
This is she.
Shirley, you are our Gruber 5K giveaway winner this quarter. Congratulations.
What would you do with $5,000?
Going to look at buying me a pickup truck. That will be some of my down payment.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
I love you guys.
I got money now.
Hi, this is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth, and I want to talk to you about something bigger than just buying a house. I'm talking about building a legacy. Owning a home isn't just about four walls and a roof. It's about giving your kids a place where memories are made, where birthdays are celebrated, and where they always belong. It's about planting roots, knowing your neighbors, waving from the porch, and being a part of a community that feels like family. If you've been renting and wondering if home ownership is even possible, Axe Housing is here to work with you. An Axe Housing coach will help you create a plan, a budget, and move step by step toward owning a place you can truly call your own. They've already helped over 4,000 families become homeowners, and many are paying less than they were paying for rent. Don't let where you are today stop your families tomorrow. Start your journey at axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Your legacy begins at home.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
The Humane Animal Welfare Society, HAWS, believes in keeping pets healthy and families together. No one should have to choose between rent and veterinary care. The Wellness Clinic at Hawes Animal Shelter in Waukesha offers important basics of dog and cat care to our community. Pet owners can schedule general exams, sick visits, receive vaccinations, even get preventatives and nail trims. Appointments are available weekdays and can be scheduled by calling 262-542-8852. Contact Hawes of Waukesha today for your pet's care.
If a tow truck appears on the scene minutes after your auto accident, think twice before handing them your keys. You may be the target of a common towing scam, which results in being billed several $1,000s. Don't allow any unsolicited tow operators to take your car from the scene. Consult with police or your insurance provider to contact a reputable company. Agree on the rate. And know where they are taking your vehicle. If you suspect insurance fraud, call 800-TEL-NICB. A public service message from the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Black hat, black suit, black soul, and he on patrol. 10 toes down, tiptoe, Tory Lowe. And he put it on God. It's no facade, he on the block, 24 on the clock. He never stopped, but by body rock and you never know what Tory got. Tory Lowe, and he on the scene. Same clothes, no time to change. What you need, it ain't no thing. Tory's here, there is no fear.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. I want to say this before I get into some of the things that I want to talk about. I was yesterday years old when I found out that Malcolm X actually lived in Milwaukee. You know, Malcolm X, I didn't know he lived in Milwaukee, so but he lived in the area where my family lived in, I guess over by Galena. You know, they saying that this was I think it was over by 9th and Galena or 12th and Galena, but this was before the freeway. Before they ran the freeway through well-to-do black communities, right here in the city of Milwaukee, a lot of where the freeway is off of North 7th Street and over there, that whole freeway, I think is I-94 or something like that. This was before that freeway was added. These were thriving black neighborhoods, and they ran the freeway through it. But Malcolm X actually lived in Milwaukee. They're saying that after he came to Milwaukee for a couple years, they later relocated to Lansing, Michigan. And then, you know, as he moved on to become Malcolm X. But, hey, that's powerful. Oprah, Malcolm. There's a lot of people that came through Milwaukee, and many times when we hear things like that, I feel like, okay, well, you know, Milwaukee was a destination for a lot of blacks coming from the South. You know, a lot of people migrated up from the South to Milwaukee. It had a lot of breweries. It had a lot of industry here. So it was the perfect place to set up and work and raise a family. Well, now, you know, we got to repair the village now. I mean, we got to get that village repaired. So much we got to do, but that's just amazing to know that, you know, when I heard that, I was excited to hear that little piece of information. You know, Malcolm X is one of the pulverizing figures in our community. He had a message by any means necessary and other things. He was about independence. He was about nationality. He was a nationalist. He was trying to get everybody to understand that we are what we're looking for. We can solve our own issues. And I really am excited to hear that information. That was a little tidbit from my city. I think the Journal put this out. A publication put this out. I was really excited to see that and hear that information. Also, I'm looking in the chat, and I also want to offer my condolences to Jeff in the chat. Jeff says, "True family, pray for me and my family. My dad passed on Friday. He was hit by a car crossing the street on 48th and Burleigh due to a driver speeding. So, Jeff, you have my prayers. You know, Truth Nation, send up prayers for Jeff. Lost his dad Friday, hit by a car on 48th and Burleigh due to a driver speeding. Once again, I see a lot of people chiming in the chat. Once again, we got to make sure that we understand that we are a village, we are a community, we are one. Also, I want to let everybody know that it's that time of year again. The Tory Lowe Community Cleanup is back. We're calling on you to help us make a difference right here in Milwaukee. Mark your calendars for Saturday, April 18th from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. as we come together and clean up our city and show what community pride looks like. Also, the snow is melting. We're starting to see nicer weather, but I also see a lot of trash out in the neighborhood. Now, I can't get to every neighborhood in the city, but I do have a challenge, the Clean Your Block, the Clean Your Hood Challenge. I'm always doing this. Salute to the brothers that get involved in the Clean Your Hood Challenge every year. Once again, the way that the neighborhood looks right now, many times after the snow melts, it's a lot of trash on the neighborhood. Let's get some organized neighborhoods. Let's get some blocks to organize to clean up where you live. I mean, all you got to do is get the neighbors on both sides of the street and come up with a date to have the clean your hood challenge. Hey, tag me on Facebook, on Instagram, clean your hood challenge. This has been going on for like almost 17 years now. You know, I was doing cleanups, but I always encourage the brothers and sisters that live in our communities to do a cleanup in their neighborhood. One big cleanup. Everybody come outside, all hands on deck. It's a great way to network with those in your community, in your neighborhood, and get to know your neighbors. It's a great way to understand who's living in the neighborhood and come out and have a great time and make sure that y'all beautify where y'all lay y'all head down every night. The Clean Your Hood Challenge, I do this every year along with the big cleanup. Once again, April 18th, we're going to be outside, Truth Nation. So we're going to have more information on that. But also, I'm urging the brothers and sisters out there on the front lines to organize neighborhood cleanups on the block. I'm urging Truth Nation to get out and make sure that you organize a cleanup on your block just to clean it up, just to get the trash, the winter trash up off the block. I mean, let's let these kids see a beautiful neighborhood, and sometimes we got to initiate that by taking action. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have the Pop Culture Report, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Thank you, Milwaukee. Because of you, the second annual Truth Community Awards was an unforgettable celebration of the leaders, changemakers, and heroes who make our city shine. A special thank you to our incredible partners, Milwaukee College Prep, the Milwaukee Bucks Foundation, Gruber Law Offices, Steinhoffels, Cousins Subs, and 3rd Street Market Hall. And thank you to our presenting sponsor, Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Together, we're celebrating community, culture, and impact. We'll see you next year at the Truth Community Awards.
Metastatic breast cancer, or stage 4 breast cancer, happens when cancer spreads beyond the breast to other parts of the body. About 168,000 women are living with it today, with Black women at a higher risk due to various factors. Research has led to treatments that help manage the disease and improve quality of life. The Everyday Counts study explores how nutrition and exercise coaching can support women with metastatic breast cancer. To learn more about the Everyday Counts study in Milwaukee, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu. If you or someone you know has stage 4 breast cancer, please encourage them to call and enroll in this valuable study. Again, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu.
Day 1, diagnosis day. The hardest day. The day you hear,
I'm sorry, this is a type of blood cancer.
But day 1 is just one day. At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day 1.
On day 45, I discovered an online community who shared great tips for in-treatment care.
I missed a lot of school during treatment, and LLS helped me keep up.
We are here for you. We exist for everyone fighting leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, and other types of blood cancer.
On day 185, LLS helped me file my insurance claims properly.
Day 5,840 and counting, and I'm still in remission.
To learn more and get help on day 1, day 2, day 983, or any day, please visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572. That's LLS.org, 1-800-955-4572.
2.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Xavier Spencer. The Milwaukee Bucks lost the second game of their back-to-back against the Magic, 131-91. Their next game is tomorrow against the Suns at 7. Marquette and Madison men's basketball teams both put on stunners this weekend in major regular season endings. The Badgers won their game against number 15th ranked Purdue 97-93. Badgers claimed the 5 seed in the Big Ten tournament and earned a double bye. Badgers will play the winner of the Washington versus USC game at the United Center on the 12th. Marquette put on a stunner against number 4 ranked UConn and won 68-62.
Marquette over the 4th ranked UConn 68-62, and it was all defense. Wow.
Wow.
Yes.
One more time.
Wow.
Marquette is the 7th seed, takes on number 10 seed Xavier on Wednesday at 5:30 in the Big East tournament. I'm Xavier Spencer, and this is the Truth Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You gotta keep hope, keep on praying for the street. The street is on fire. And I need all my people to listen. If you hear me, then go tell your brother. You gotta keep hope, keep on praying for the street.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report. Brought to you by Xavier Spencer in studio.
Yo.
How you doing, Nas?
I'm good, man. Had a good weekend.
It's Monday.
Yeah, it's Monday. It's
hey,
Monday,
look, we made it through the week.
Of course. Starting over again.
That's what's up. What do we got going on in these pop culture streets?
I'm going to start it off real quick with this one, okay? I know we talk sports all the time. Just real quick. The Packers, they're making some moves, all right? They're making some moves. They got a linebacker this weekend, a nice one from Indianapolis.
Oh, no.
He's a nice one. He's nice. They got rid of Rashawn Gary this morning, sent him to the Cowboys.
Right. I heard that Rashawn Gary was going to the Cowboys.
Deuces. Yeah, he out of here. He ain't
hold on. We just be kicking folks out.
He ain't do nothing in 2 years.
Okay.
He ain't
wow.
7.5 sacks 2 years in a row.
And we gave him to the Cowboys.
Yeah, bye-bye. Fourth round pick for next year, though.
Okay.
So it's not nothing crazy.
Well, he's going over there where he can prove himself in Dallas.
Right. Yeah, we love him still, but, see ya.
Do we got Dallas on the schedule?
That's a good question. That's an
Andrew, do we got Dallas on the upcoming schedule for next year?
Yeah, I'd assume we do because I
think we do, but I want to make sure because now I got to put that game on the
because that's gonna be a fun
on the calendar, right?
So and then Malik Willis about 30 minutes ago or maybe an hour ago. Tua got cut this morning. Deuces Tua. He on to the Falcons now, I think.
Right.
But Malik Willis just got signed to the Dolphins this morning.
What?
This afternoon. Yeah.
What was the numbers on that?
Let's look at the numbers. The numbers are he got a little contract.
What
man.
I mean, they got to pay him now.
Oh yeah, they got to pay him. Let's look at the numbers.
Here we go. What salute? I salute to Malik Willis.
He was the best backup in the league last year, man.
$67.5 million.
Yeah.
$45 million guaranteed. Ooh,
my boy.
He worked on it. He's
worth it, man. He's tough. He's nice. He's a mini Lamar Jackson. I've been saying it for years.
Let me tell you something. I cannot push back on Malik getting his coins.
Yeah. Nah, you got to be cool with that.
Right.
You got to be cool with that. Look,
I wish him the best.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want him to beat Green Bay. Because we play the Dolphins next year.
Yeah.
And I want us to whoop Malik up. I want him to show him you left home, but you ain't bigger than the house.
Right. I want him to have
you ain't bigger than you ain't bigger than Green Bay, but I'm hoping that you do well.
I want him to have a good game though against Green Bay because that'd be cool. I don't want him to win, but that'd be a cool little game to kind of hold your hat on. Like, I played good against y'all still. Like, we're not as good as the team as y'all, but I'm still good.
Yeah, I'm not rooting for him to beat us, but I am rooting for him to do well.
Yeah. I'm
because he's a product.
Big fan of Malik Willis.
He's a product of us.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm a big fan. Now, speaking of coins, I wanted to touch on this other NFL story. Dak Prescott and fiance reportedly call off wedding over massive fight over prenup.
What?
And now Dak Prescott's making some money.
Oh yeah, he in Dallas.
Yeah, some big.
He got
money.
that.
Jerry
He got
Jones,
them big coins over there.
$250 million in his contract. Oh my goodness! And he was about to get married.
Get them coins.
His wife and him were supposed to get. They're celebrating their upcoming wedding that was coming up in April.
Mm-hmm.
And they got in this big argument on this boat. This is all alleged.
What? Over a prenup.
Right. All alleged.
No, she need to sign the prenup.
That's what I'm saying.
She need to sign the prenup.
He got into the business before he met her.
But what I'm saying is, no, you signed the prenup.
You signed it.
This is standard when you got that kind of money, when you got somebody coming into your life.
Yeah.
And if even prenups have things in there.
Right.
It's a structure, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying is, so now you don't sign a prenup. Now he gets to move on to somebody else, like who will sign the prenup.
That's what I'm saying. So
okay, so what I'm saying is, why wouldn't you sign the prenup unless your intentions was to?
Yeah. And she
I'm
got
just
mad.
saying.
She got mad, and look.
What are your intentions?
That's what I'm saying. It goes to show, about what was going to happen. And people online are saying he dodged the bullet.
Of course,
he dodged one.
Of course. Hey, look, sign the prenup.
Yep.
Get in the situation, and I think even in the prenup, it's not like you don't get anything.
That's what I'm saying. She still would get.
You still getting stuff. You know what I mean? Then if you had a child, then
Right.
But what I'm saying is, she wanted her.
Uh-huh.
She wanted to come in on equal value.
Yeah, she wanted what's that? 120 mil of her own. She wanted half of that, and they don't got no state income tax in Texas, so they getting all that money pretty much. Even though they got other taxes, but apparently he's been fighting this for the past few months, and she just refused to sign it.
Okay, well, goodbye.
And he was fighting for it.
But now her true intentions. Now this is her true intentions.
Fighting for it.
Prenups are a part of when you coming into somebody with wealth.
Yeah.
This is something it should be standard. But like I said, if you had $100 million and you met somebody and they're coming into your life, you want to have a safeguard. Just it's a business. Marriage is a business.
It is.
And sometimes people don't find out marriage is a business until they get a divorce.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so a prenup is necessary.
And I feel maybe he might have a good year this year. Maybe he might just pop off.
Hey, maybe he might have a chip on his shoulder.
That's what I'm saying. Look, it always happens. I swear it always happens.
Maybe she might hit out. Maybe she for the streets now. I don't know.
Man,
maybe he might be upset because he found out that she wanted his money.
Oh man, that ain't something I'm looking forward to seeing if he in the down in the dumps. But
Motor Elephant says we want prenup.
There you go, we want prenup.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying Kanye said it best.
Hey,
ain't saying she a gold.
I ain't saying she a gold digger.
Man, she ain't messing with no broke.
Hey, with no brokey.
Yeah, nah, it ain't gonna go down in 2026 like that.
But she would have still had
she would have had some money.
She would have been a part of the life and everything, But she didn't want to be a part of the life. She wanted to be the life.
If it's all about love, why you signing? Why you getting mad over some money? You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. Maybe I'm too young. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you this. He did what his advisors told him to do.
Oh yeah, you had to. Yeah, he got some good people.
Okay, yeah, you got to have good people around you to let you know, like, hey, you might be in love.
Yeah.
But when you actually look at the structure of marriage, it's a business. It's a business contract. You don't want to look at it like that. You don't want to look at it as, oh man, I mean, you thinking, okay, well, if we didn't, well, then why do we got to sign paperwork?
Right.
Okay, well, once you start signing paperwork, it comes with responsibility. And at the end of the day, you got to make sure that, when it comes to keeping your wealth, that you cover your bases.
Now, another developing story. I don't know. This is all alleged as well, by the way.
Alleged. Here we go.
This is online, though.
Here we go.
So many Americans in the black community are disgusted with the new leak from rapper Megan Thee Stallion anime at Blurred DC Con or whatever, DCon, that depicts a black woman beating people up using her butt and twerking superpowers.
What?
Yeah, it's a little weird.
A black woman anime
with
cartoon.
Right. So she's making a show apparently. And this is I think this is leaked or something. Maybe
a leaked video.
Yeah, maybe this is made up. I don't know.
Which her superpowers being able to twerk on somebody
and then
and beat them up.
Yeah.
So her finishing move is what? Twerking on somebody.
Yeah, and then
they explode or something.
The air pushes them back and they die or something. So people are online.
Oh wow!
We don't know if it's true or not. I don't know if it's her video. I hope not.
That's diabolical.
That's crazy, right? I mean, some crazy
once
cartoons.
again, another stereotype.
Yeah.
And many times they play these artists to be a stereotype,
Man,
a walking stereotype. When they make the music, you know, hypersexual.
Yeah.
You know, this is what they promoting right now to keep the community vibrating low, and they got money for it.
Yeah, but man, that she's
and if she do it, who gonna argue with her? And if black women don't start taking a stand with the culture, how they're stereotyping, and you know, we have to say, hey, look, this is not representation of us, and we got to stop. We got to stop paying attention to that. Okay, we got the video up. Oh wow, this looked like the Boondocks.
That's what I was. Yeah, so I was trying.
Oh wow, didn't the Boondocks creator create this cartoon?
Something like that. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
If y'all watch this rebroadcast live, y'all tell me what y'all think. We got the Megan Thee Stallion clip where she's twerking and wind is clapping from the cheek claps and blowing things up. I don't know. And then splashes with the splits on something.
Oh man.
Like a karate move. I don't know.
That's crazy. Look.
That's wild. That's on. You thought the David Chappelle show was wild.
Man. Yeah, it's something wrong going on with that. I don't know. Look, there's another video I saw too. I forgot to bring this one up last week. There was a video of her on stage at a concert, and she brought a fan up, and it was a young girl, and she started twerking on stage, and she was like, Megan was like, nah, you too young for that. But like, you showing them how to do this stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, I think she did that to save her face,
That's
right
what
there.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, you know, it's a time and place for everything.
Right.
But like I said, some of these artists know better.
Right.
But they know what they're getting paid to do.
Right. So it's I don't know. It's just a bad look. I just wanted to bring that to, you know, the Tory Lowe show's attention.
Oh wow. Well, we definitely got our attention.
Oh yeah.
With the,
and the negative and positive.
Hey, look, with the twerking, with the wind coming off the twerk.
I don't know. Yeah,
and then splashing with the splits. I don't know.
That's too much. It's too much going on.
I hope these young girls ain't watching this. This must be an adult cartoon.
Oh, it's like an anime because she loves anime. So I don't know. Maybe it's her own show. Again, it's probably not hers, but I don't know. Can't put it past.
What if it's that time of the, you know? All right, let me stop. Hey, look, when we come back, we gonna have more discussion, Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Milwaukee Black Talk.
You don't want to be there. You don't like the work. You don't like the people. Now, there are some differences. The only difference is modern American slavery and capitalism versus 19th century. We were dramatically more primitive back then. And a slave that is able to buy their freedom is the same as the disaffected, disgruntled worker that is able to buy their way into entrepreneurship because that for them is freedom.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Hi, this is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth, and I want to talk to you about something bigger than just buying a house. I'm talking about building a legacy. Owning a home isn't just about four walls and a roof. It's about giving your kids a place where memories are made, where birthdays are celebrated, and where they always belong. It's about planting roots, knowing your neighbors, waving from the porch, and being a part of a community that feels like family. If you've been renting and wondering if home ownership is even possible, Axe Housing is here to work with you. An Axe Housing coach will help you create a plan, a budget, and move step by step toward owning a place you can truly call your own. They've already helped over 4,000 families become homeowners, and many are paying less than they were paying for rent. Don't let where you are today stop your families tomorrow. Start your journey at axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Your legacy begins at home.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
Join me every Friday at 11 a.m. for the Milwaukee Experience with Sherwin Hughes, presented by Visit Milwaukee. We're a city that knows how to celebrate, where the calendar is packed with festivals, the plates are piled high with flavor, and a lakefront sunrise sets the stage. Here in Milwaukee, every street leads to something worth savoring, a place that welcomes you with open arms and where joy is shared in bites, beats, and cheers. The Milwaukee Experience every Friday at 11 a.m. exclusively on The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, presented by Visit Milwaukee.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
It's like a slaughterhouse, and we need a water drought. They tryna wipe us out.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report with Nazir Spencer in studio.
Yes, sir.
Hey, look, what else? What else we got? What else going on in the world of pop culture?
Marty Supreme is getting dragged on the internet so far. You don't know how that is? Timothy Chalamet getting dragged online.
Timothy Chalamet. I thought last time you was talking about Timothy Chalamet, you was big ups. You wanted to see his project.
I'm a big fan.
You a big fan of Timothy Chalamet.
And he's shooting himself in the foot right now, man. He really is. Now, if you've been in the arts, if you're listening and you've been in the arts, orchestras, operas, dance, ballet, anything, acting, anything in the arts, you appreciate every other art that you are not a part of.
Right.
If I'm in choir, I appreciate people that can go play the instruments, or if I'm playing the instruments.
It all works together.
Right. Dance, all that stuff.
It's all
painting,
art, yeah.
anything. Timothy Chalamet went on an interview with Matthew McConaughey, he starred in.
Matthew McConaughey got a podcast now? What?
I don't know if it's a podcast. It was just a show. Yeah, it was
Vanity Fair.
Vanity Fair. And they were talking to each other, and they started the movie Interstellar together. Fantastic movie. Timothy Chalamet played his son in that movie. And Timothy was talking, and he just kept going on, and you can see McConaughey's face is like telling him, like,
calm down.
Calm down. And what he said was, ballet, he don't want to be in ballet. He don't want to be seen as, a dying art like ballet and opera. And people online are like, you sound like a brat. Like, and
right.
Andrew got the video up for us, so we go listen to it.
We got a clip, Andrew. Let's listen.
I don't want to be working in ballet or opera or, things where it's like, hey, keep this thing alive, even though no one cares about this anymore. Yeah. All respect to the ballet and opera people out there. I just lost 14 cents in viewership, but damn, I just took shots for no reason.
That's not a shot.
Oh, wow.
So he just, he just kept going, and it got worse as he kept talking. And there was a lot of responses online saying, like, you're a brat, like, you're now his odds to win. The Oscars are this Sunday, by the way.
Yeah, because you thought that he was.
I thought he was still in the lead. He was. He was in the lead. I don't want him to win. I want Michael B. Jordan to win.
Right. But you thought he was going to be able to get this one over Michael B. Jordan.
Just because of his
I told you Michael B. Jordan was going to win everything. Then after the situation with the Tourette syndrome, if they don't, they're going to question why he didn't win it. So
exactly.
Now that your boy done did this, it's opening up the path for Michael B. Jordan to go ahead and clean house.
Thank you. More glory for our people, right?
Right.
Thank you. Now, people online were criticizing this, and one artist in particular, Doja Cat. Now, she's a great artist. She can sing, and she's
very controversial.
Very controversial, but she's talented. She's she's still young a little bit, but she's very talented. But she has a love for arts. And I think she's like one of the only ones to, speak up on the issue with what he said. And I think we have a clip as well of that. And we're just going to listen to what she says because it's true what she says.
Okay.
Hey, by the way, opera is 400 years old. Ballet is 500 years old. Somebody named Timothée Chalamet had the nerve, big guy, by the way, had the nerve to say on camera that nobody cares about it. I'm sure you could walk into an opera theater right now, seats will be filled out, and nobody's saying a word as the performance is going because everybody has that much respect for it. There is an etiquette around opera. There is etiquette around ballet. It's amazing. It's an amazing theater medium. It's beautiful. And people go there every day to the dance studio. Dancers show up 8 a.m., 6 a.m., whatever they show up and they...
So what I'm saying is she's correct. If you walk into a ballet or you walk into, an opera, them seats are filled still, man.
Right.
It's people say it's dying because maybe not a lot of publicity around it, but it's still a big thing.
Well, I'll tell you this: you got to respect the arts.
You gotta,
and a lot of people don't respect the art of orchestra,
right?
Opera, ballet, things like that. But it's a lot of people that respect that go there, quietly watch, applaud. Like, I recently went to the Batman when the symphony had the Batman movie.
That's tough.
And I'm talking about people pack these things out.
Mm-hmm.
And they clap and they're excited. It's clean.
Yep.
It's good, wholesome family entertainment. Come on now.
Look, I got a big love for the arts. I myself was in an orchestra at one point when I was younger. Shout out MISO. And I kind of agree that it was really wrong for him to say. And I just wanted to bring that to everyone's attention. Like, this is crazy. Like, especially if you're saying this the weekend
I think he's
before
feeling himself. I think he got a lot.
That's what it is.
I think he got too much at one time.
And people online are saying, like, why does it have to be political? I'm like, come on. Everything around this is political. Like you said, Michael B. Jordan, he's going to win probably now because he got tested.
Well, when you got a large platform, a lot of people don't understand when you are able to have a large platform, anything that come out of your mouth under that camera, behind that camera, when you have the spotlight on you, Vanity Fair, stuff like that, and you down a group of people, at that point, you're affecting a certain culture because of the highest level of media is on you.
Mm-hmm.
And now people are going to say, hey, this guy said this sucks. So, a lot of people usually follow behind celebrity words.
Yeah.
So that's why Doja Cat jumped out there to block that, to block all of that backlash that would happen if they would have just not.
Yeah.
If they would have just kept it going. Now the backlash is there because the community, the opera, the ballet, orchestra community, they going to step out and say, hey, look, we're not going to allow this to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you'd have said this in your backyard or if you said this where there weren't no cameras, you don't get this.
Right. And apparently his mother and his aunt, I believe, I could be wrong on the second one. I know his mother is, they're former ballerinas. Like they're former artists who used to dance in that form. So it's and he's been saying this stuff for years, by the way. I saw a clip of, him speaking at, other fairs and other meetings and stuff like that, bringing up the fact that he does not want to be like a dying art, which he referred to as, ballet and opera.
Well, maybe his family, these are family conversations that he grew up in a family that was surrounded by the arts and he's trying to separate himself from it.
People online now are like, you're not even Leonardo DiCaprio level, and you're not even like at his level.
He's still at the beginning.
And when Leo was his age, he had Titanic under his belt. He had all these other types of movies that were under his belt. I mean, people are saying he's not even Shia LaBeouf level yet. And
wow!
I'm like, wow, I love Shia LaBeouf.
That's tough.
Look, hey, I'm not gonna lie. You put Shia LaBeouf in Dune, he's doing the same thing. I promise you. Andrew don't like that.
Wow!
Look. Timothy Chalamet, I'm a big fan. So take whatever I say right now with a grain of salt. I love him.
Right.
He's a great
You
actor.
said this before.
I've said this all before.
Yeah, he's definitely.
But I ain't gonna lie to you.
Shia
LaBeouf, he's like that. I don't care.
You're disrespectful.
I'm not disrespectful. I'm not disrespectful. This is a fact. Shia LaBeouf doesn't get anything because he's blacklisted. That's a fact. So look, people saying he's not Leonardo level. He's not Ethan Hawke level. He not who else? Shia LaBeouf, like I said, it just. People are saying like he's not like that.
But does this okay? So what The damage is he don't win Best Actor anymore.
Right. He's not even Johnny Depp. That's not even close. So like,
Johnny Depp is a whole nother league of his own.
Johnny Depp at his age was even crazier. So like, I had a lot of respect for him. I want him to be one of the greats. But he got to stop this, man. He got to stop this. He's shooting himself in the foot.
Well, he'll come out and apologize. And
I don't think he will, bro. Like you said, you got too much ego.
Once you start losing money, it's a wrap. Like,
that's true.
Okay, I'm going to tell you this. A lot of these celebrities are put in these positions, but they could be taken out of these positions. Like these celebrities, they're made and manufactured. They come a dime a dozen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We like them because when they appear in front of us, oh, this is amazing. But the industry is not like that.
Yeah.
And if you start to damage your brand, you can get blacklisted.
Yeah. And, he referred to the viewership as 14% or 14 cents or something like that. And that goes to show, like, how much he views his fans. Like, it's just like, whatever kind of thing. So, look. Well, big respect.
This the person you like.
I like him a lot.
Now look at the real him coming out.
Oh man, look, Michael B. Jordan stand true.
Here we go.
That's all I.
That's why you stick with Michael B. Jordan. You might be all right.
I love both of them, but Michael B. Jordan, he put on the best.
You even thought that he was gonna win it over Michael B. Jordan at first.
Only because
now you changing your tune.
Only because I thought Michael B. Jordan should win it.
Right, but you said he wasn't.
Right, I was like, I'm scared that he won't because
And I said Michael B. Jordan, is no way this guy is better than Michael B. Jordan.
I don't think so. No shot.
It's nowhere close.
No shot.
It ain't even close.
Because Michael B. Jordan, if he was in like not Dune specifically, but a movie like that, like he was in Black Panther, acted his tail off.
It'd have been some favoritism if he would have won over Michael B. Jordan.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be. We go see on Sunday. We gonna be back next Monday.
I'm gonna have to keep an eye on this situation.
I'm telling you, man, it's gonna get very, very interesting on Sunday night.
All right, Nas, I appreciate you for bringing that pop culture report. It was powerful.
Super.
Hey, look, when we come back, we gonna open up the lines, Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
Thank you, Milwaukee. Because of you, the second annual Truth Community Awards was an unforgettable celebration of the leaders, changemakers, and heroes who make our city shine. A special thank you to our incredible partners, Milwaukee College Prep, the Milwaukee Bucks Foundation, Gruber Law Offices, Steinhoffels, Cousins Subs, and 3rd Street Market Hall. And thank you to our presenting sponsor, Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Together, we're celebrating community, culture, and impact. We'll see you next year at the Truth Community Awards. Coming with straight truth.
We can do anything when it comes to being organized, when it comes to making sure that we're active, when it comes to making sure that we're holding people accountable and making sure that we get something out of the deal. Y'all don't know how to make deals. Y'all mad at Donald J. Trump because he's trying to make deals or trying to say that he's the master of the art of the deal. Well, okay, what deals is you trying to make?
Catch the Tory Lowe Show every weekday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
A message from Tia Mowry, actress and Fair Celebrity Ambassador.
Game day isn't staged, it's lived. It's the shopping, the cooking, the laughter. For families managing food allergy, that same spirit of preparation means everything. Because food allergy isn't a lifestyle. It's a serious, life-threatening disease that can change everything in a moment. But being ready changes the story. It's knowing the signs, having a plan, and carrying epinephrine everywhere life takes you. Epinephrine is the only treatment that can stop a severe food allergy reaction known as anaphylaxis. It works quickly to reverse the symptoms and can save lives. As families and friends gather for the big game, we see what community looks like. It's one built on awareness, care, and love in action. Because readiness doesn't take away the risk. It brings back the joy. When you're ready to act, you're ready to live.
Visit foodallergy.org/ready to act to learn more.
Hey there, Jane Lynch here. You want to hear something funny? Too bad. You want to hear something uplifting that will inspire you? Good. Because today, I want to talk to you about Direct Relief, a humanitarian organization that does seriously good work when it counts. Fires, hurricanes, earthquakes. When disaster strikes, Direct Relief immediately shows up with medicines, medical supplies, and everything doctors and nurses need to save lives. Let's ship her out! Every day across the United States and around the world, they're making an enormous difference. If someone needs help, Direct Relief helps. No politics, no red tape. Hey, what you doing over there?
Oh, I'm packing insulin for kids with diabetes.
See, every box here is literally a lifeline for someone in critical need. So check them out at directrelief.org and donate if you can. You might just bring a smile to someone's face.
All of your favorite 1017 The Truth content whenever you want. The Truth app has it all. The Truth is on 1017 and 1510 WGKB Waukesha, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the second hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And I want to do some follow-ups on a couple stories that happened last week. I want to make sure that we actually get in. They're celebrating a new law that criminalizes grooming a child. I want to talk about that. Governor Evers just signed into law a new bill that criminalizes groomers. I've been talking about people grooming a child all last year. I mean, that was one of my, if we add up one of the number one topics that I had last year, that was in the top 5 because grooming was a huge issue. And a lot of these kids was returning back from the grooming and they wouldn't really report these groomers. Many times they were, instructed on how to avoid the groomer getting in trouble. But now we have a new law, finally, like Mo the Elephant said in the chat, finally, everybody's celebrating new law that criminalizes grooming. If you're watching this, we broadcast live. We got video on this. Hit that like and subscribe button. Let's listen.
I'm just really grateful for everybody, the people in the streets who were protesting in Kenosha.
Ashley Whitting joined these protests last year because a family she knows was victimized by former Kenosha Unified School District substitute teacher Christian Enright. He sent inappropriate Snapchat messages to a middle school student.
What troubled you about the allegations in that case?
Nothing was being done. Nothing at the legal level, nothing at the school level, nothing at the school district level.
Enright was convicted on several disorderly conduct charges, the lowest level criminal offense in Wisconsin. The case motivated an Illinois mother to get involved.
My son back in 2010 was being groomed by a male teacher here at Morris High School in Morris, Illinois. He was 15 at the time, teacher was 34.
Michelle Peterson says that teacher who groomed her son was the first in the country convicted of felony grooming. She spent years advocating for the same consequence in other states like Wisconsin. With Governor Evers' signature today, grooming is now defined as an adult intending to condition, seduce, solicit, lure, or entice a child for sexual intercourse or pornography. A grooming conviction comes with 10 to 25 years in prison.
I like that it's a felony charge right out of the gate for a first offense. I think that's huge. You need to be able to try to deter these pedophiles and these predators from doing this to these kids.
In a statement, Department of Public Instruction Superintendent Jill Underly says, clear statutory language strengthens awareness, improves training, and helps ensure warning signs are recognized and addressed early.
All right, I like that. Now we can start sending some of these people to prison and off the text messages. You know what I mean? Like, no, you wrote this to this child inappropriately. Now you finna go to jail. It should have never been a discussion on this. It should have never been, I meant this and I meant that. No. Why are you interacting with this child in this kind of way? And I just had a mother that was telling me that her child was being groomed by a teacher. And, it's so much going on out here. And when I deal with runaways, a lot of that's grooming. A lot of that's adults. I remember we was tracking down this one girl, and the adult was familiar with the girl because she allowed the girl to come over her house and hang out during school hours. You know, what? Now, she wasn't the target, but on the road to, you know, finding the girl, we ran into this woman. And she openly was like, hey, look, I let kids in here all the time. What? You don't try to call their parents. You're not trying to, you know, remedy the situation. You just letting them a pit stop. And you are adult. Well, and then she was trying to throw the excuse out there where when I was coming up, I was a runaway and raised in a foster home. And so you didn't learn that, okay, the longer these children are out here, the more they get taken advantage of and the more damage that can happen. So why aren't you on that side of the fence? Now you were like a pit stop, you know, like for grooming. That's crazy to me.
How do you deal with people like that as an advocate?
I tell the police about them. I mean, because the mother already looking for the kid. The police is already involved. And the parents, you know, I don't personally go and tell the police because the parent who I'm working with, I'd be like, get this information to the police department. You know, the parent, whoever called me is the one that got to do that. But I make sure that they take notes that this is a hot spot for young kids that don't, you know, that are out here being wayward many times or being groomed. We gotta all do something about these adults. You know, with all the Epstein stuff on, you know, it's a frequency out here. And every day, that's why I talk about it more than probably any show that ever existed in the state of Wisconsin about a lot of this grooming, because I got to deal with it. I'm an advocate. They let an advocate get on the radio. You know, this is what I deal with when I get out here and I got to run into these adults. And I ain't going to tell you the rest. Sometimes, you know, things get out of hand a little bit, you know. And you say, what you say? Now, I can't tell y'all the rest now. Hey. We ain't going live with a lot of this. It is what it is. Sometimes emotions take over. But I want to get to this next story. About the young man that was shot while he was in the emergency room at Aurora Sinai Hospital. They first announced that he was passed. The media was announcing that he had passed, but then attorney B. Ivy Lamar and the family said that he was still on life support. He had not passed. Well, on Saturday, he was removed from life support, and he was pronounced dead. We got some audio on this. Salute to attorney B. Ivy Lamar representing the family. He was on the show this Friday trying to give everybody the details of what was going on and the family's demands for transparency. And once again, my condolences go out to the family. He was pronounced dead this Saturday. If you're watching this broadcast live, we got some news articles on this. Let's listen.
He was going back to school. He was doing all the right things.
A positive trajectory ending in tragedy.
And the family is, very distraught over what took place.
Saturday, loved ones of 40-year-old Christopher Robinson took him off life support 5 days after investigators say a gunman shot him in the head inside Aurora Sinai Medical Center in Milwaukee. The family's attorney, B. Ivory Lamar, says the images have left his family scarred.
His mother, who gave birth to him, raised him, had to sit there and watch his life be taken away before her eyes.
Friday, prosecutors charged 38-year-old Ronell Shaw in connection to the shooting. Investigators say Shaw stashed his gun in a trash can outside of the building. He later grabbed it, got in a wheelchair, and rolled through the metal detectors. Prosecutors say Shaw told investigators he shot Robinson in the waiting area because he believed Robinson may have had a gun.
5 children have now just lost their father.
Lamar says family members are also focusing on Robinson's mother's well-being, helping her with the trauma.
She's not able to eat, sleep.
He says the next step will be looking for a resolution from Aurora.
You can't just brush this off. This is a real life that has been lost because of negligence.
On Thursday, Aurora sent out a statement saying the metal detectors were working, but a handheld wand screening was not conducted appropriately. A spokesperson says the people who were part of that security screening no longer work there. Lamar says in the end, they want to make sure what happened to Robinson doesn't happen to anyone else.
Well, I'll say this. This is Christopher Robinson was also about to graduate, according to Lamar. From MATC, he did gymnastics. He had nothing to do with the situation. The guy that did the shooting came in through the wheelchair. Now, you know the wheelchair is going to set off the alarm. And that's when they should have wanded the guy in the wheelchair down. But they did not. He was able to get inside the emergency room, and we know the rest. We know the rest. Unfortunately, Robinson's mother was in the emergency with him. She was there when it happened. She's traumatized. She had to watch her son be shot in the emergency where he went to the hospital for a hip, something going on with his hip. Can you imagine being in the hospital, your hip hurting, you go in there to get it checked out, and he left on life support? They had to put him on life support because somebody failed to wand somebody down and go through the proper procedures to make everybody safe in the emergency room. This is a lot. They said that they fired these people, but like I said, the damage is done. The damage is done. Once again, condolences to the family. We're going to keep everybody up to date on the developments. Once again, I hope Aurora Sinai do the right thing by this family. And as we continue to move forward in the community, hopefully there's better people watching. I seen a K9 unit. I think they got the K9 unit out there now. They using dogs now. But, you know, once again, even though you have tried to improve the experience of people going through the emergency, now you got to do something and you got to do right by the family. Hey, look, when we come back, I want to talk about the shooting that happened in the Deer District. A man was charged, and a female, 37-year-old female, lost her life, but a man was charged from the shooting in the Deer District. And the details, we're going to talk about the details when we get back. It's horrible, but this is something that, you know, happened in our community, so we're going to talk about it. Hey, look, when we get back, we'll have more conversation. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Hi, this is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth, and I want to talk to you about something bigger than just buying a house. I'm talking about building a legacy. Owning a home isn't just about four walls and a roof. It's about giving your kids a place where memories are made, where birthdays are celebrated, and where they always belong. It's about planting roots, knowing your neighbors, waving from the porch, and being a part of a community that feels like family. If you've been renting and wondering if home ownership is even possible, Axe Housing is here to work with you. An Axe Housing coach will help you create a plan, a budget, and move step by step toward owning a place you can truly call your own. They've already helped over 4,000 families become homeowners, and many are paying less than they were paying for rent. Don't let where you are today stop your family's tomorrow. Start your journey at axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Your legacy begins at home.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Experience, knowledge, results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Hi, I'm Priscilla Presley. My love for animals began when I was 5 years old. That sparked a lifelong commitment to speak up for animals who can't speak for themselves. Elvis and I supported American Humane Society because your compassion can change a life. American Humane Society strengthens the bond between humans and animals. Please visit AmericanHumane.org to learn more. Thank you.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
For the strength to overcome, I give thanks for the fight, for the victory won. My cup runneth over. God bless Tory Lowe. He been fighting the power for the lost and the voiceless, through the highs and the lows. Advocate Tory Lowe.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. They saying that it was a minor traffic incident that led to a life loss of a 37-year-old female. There is somebody being charged. They said this happened after a concert near the Deer District. If you're watching this, we broadcast live. We got audio on this and video. Let's listen.
What started as a fender bender ended in tragedy last Saturday night.
I heard a couple of sound like probably a 9mm pop.
According to a criminal complaint, 47-year-old Sharita Barber was parked just outside the new Deer District concert hall when she backed up her red Jaguar and bumped another car. Inside that other car is 26-year-old Demetrius Riley and his girlfriend. Both got out to confront Barber, leading to an argument. The complaint says Riley punches out the back window of Barber's Jaguar. Then Barber pulls out a gun with an extended magazine, points it at Riley and his girlfriend, and says, quote, "You can't pay for that. I want your life."
The suspect put his hands up and I was like, "I'll pay to get it fixed."
Investigators say that's when Riley's girlfriend grabs a different gun and shoots Barber. With Barber motionless on the ground, prosecutors say it's Riley who then took the gun from his girlfriend and shot Barber at least 4 more times. The complaint says Riley then gets in his vehicle and flees the scene, running over Barber in the process.
About 2 minutes later is when all the police present came, and there was at least 15 police vehicles over there.
Prosecutors say Riley turned himself into police 2 days later. In an interview with detectives, Riley said he shot Barber because he thought she had people coming and saw her begin reaching for her gun. Then he got concerned for his safety and decided to drive off, telling police the victim was laying in his way, so he drove over her. As for Riley's girlfriend, the complaint says the state will not be issuing charges because of the circumstances above.
Okay, so, and once again, my condolences to the family. Terrible situation. A loss of life is never, something that we want to accept or, kind of praise anybody that have done anything like this in these type of situations where there was a fender bender. And so when we talk about the circumstances, once again, a slight accident that escalated into the loss not only of life, but now this male that has got involved in this fender bender, now his life is ruined in this situation. And when we talk about calmer heads could have prevailed in this situation, it looked like he went over and punched the back window of the car out, and then she probably got, elevated, I'll say elevated, and came out with what she had. And then I guess she was like, okay, well, you can't pay for this now. She was already hot, and upset about it. May have said, hey, look, now you're going to have to pay for that with your life. And then the girlfriend grabs something and shoots. I think she shot twice. And then she hits the ground. Now, for some stupid reason, he goes and grabs what the girlfriend had, and shoots her 4 more times. I mean, this is just, like I said, Truth Nation. So then he gets in the car and then runs her over, saying that he was worried that other people was going to come. See, what I'm saying is now he is going to face murder charges, and the girlfriend was working within her legal rights of self-defense. So, no, they're not going to charge her because a gun was displayed, a weapon was displayed. Her life was reasonably threatened in a reasonable fashion. And now he's going to have to, he finna take the fall. He could have just left the situation. And here we go with something as small as a fender bender. Something that he reacted out of hand initially from breaking the window. Now, I don't know how much the female that was shot actually shot. I mean, I don't know when she's sitting in her car, she hears her back window breaking. She don't know what he got. So she like, okay, this person broke the window of my car. Like, yeah, he's probably armed and dangerous. So she jumps out, but she made a grave mistake. And once you jump out and you don't, see a threat and you start talking like that, she should have, if she thought that her life was reasonably threatened, she should have came out and tried to, she would have I think she possibly could have got away with that due to the fact that he jumped out, broke her window, which could have been presumed as a threat. But the fact that she jumped out and started talking and, not really, feeling, that it was an emergency threat, allowed for her to be open for them to feel, or the girlfriend to feel, reasonable amount of threat. And here we go. Josh in the chat says, I'm telling you, this year, 2026, is going to be diabolical for road rage. It will be many more fender benders like this. Wait until 2027 for all the extra rah, rah, rah. Sir Chance in the chat says, shot her at least 4 times, then alleged that she was in his way, so he drove her over, ? Oh, wow. That's overkill. Mega salt poured on a wound style. Hey, look, like I said, this is something that we got to kind of understand, that there's multiple situations where people are acting highly irrational. This is why I tell people, don't get involved in any arguments. Stay away from the arguments unless you feel like it was a reasonable amount of life-threatening situation, a life-threatening situation. I mean, even with that, make sure that that's the case. But if it ain't nothing like that, then you got to keep it pushing. You got to keep it pushing. And I know it's not being a punk or taken down to anybody. It's just, this ain't even worth it. This ain't even worth it. Understand what I'm saying? And why would you be a somebody that's seen somebody already got shot, and you go grab a weapon from after his girlfriend already shot, then you go grab it, and now you're a big man now. It's a woman laying on the ground that was already hit twice, and now you gonna do something that real manly of you at that point. Real manly. And she spared his life because she pulled out a weapon and didn't even shoot him. She saw that he wasn't a threat once she jumped out the car and saw that he didn't have a gun or anything on him. So she even spared his life, but he didn't have the same empathy in the same situation for her. Wow. I don't know, Andrew. This is one of those things where we got to make sure that we keep our spirits in the right space and our minds and our hearts in the right space, because a lot of impulsive behavior, they say when it get hot out, it's going to be a lot of impulsive behavior going on in the city of Milwaukee. And this wasn't even hot out. This wasn't even in the clear where we got nice weather. We're starting to have nice weather right now. It's like 60-something degrees.
There was still snow on the cars in that video.
Yeah, I mean, but right now it's like 60-something degrees. It's getting warmer out. And they saying that when it get warmer out, it gets worse. So just be on y'all. Keep your head on a swivel. That's all I'm going to say about that. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, I got a question for Truth Nation. I got my question of the day. Stay locked in.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Breaking down the issues that shape our city and our future.
The worst kind of whites, not that I'm picking on white folks, but you know how it goes, is the ones that think that they will lose something if this country becomes more fair and equal. I'm going to say that again. The worst kind of white people are the ones that think that if a black person gets a job and gets an opportunity, and they ignore how hard the black person had to work, and the racism, the bigotry, and the discrimination, and just how people turn their noses up at smart black people. They hate us. And the black person works really hard and overcomes maybe generational curses of poor health and poverty and all of those things. And we got to deal with the police and the criminal justice system that doesn't often have our backs. And then the black person gets a job, gets an opportunity, and a white person sees that and thinks that they lost. Those are the worst kind.
It's The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 to noon. Catch it live on YouTube or tune in to 1017 The Truth.
Many of our most important memories are made at school. But for children like Victoria, the classroom can be a place of fear and isolation. She wore a bandage over her cleft every day, too shy to speak, too afraid to smile. Everything changed after one life-transforming surgery made possible by Smile Train. Today, Victoria's smile lights up her classroom, a symbol of confidence, connection, and new beginnings. Due to stigma, children with untreated clefts often miss out on school entirely. But thanks to Smile Train, students like Victoria are stepping into the classroom, raising their hands, and finding their voice. Smile Train partners with local experts to support with free cleft surgeries and other comprehensive care, empowering children to thrive in school and in life. Let's help every child walk into the classroom with confidence. Visit smiletrain.org/learn.
Metastatic breast cancer, or stage 4 breast cancer, happens when cancer spreads beyond the breast to other parts of the body. About 168,000 women are living with it today, with Black women at a higher risk due to various factors. Research has led to treatments that help manage the disease and improve quality of life. The Everyday Counts study explores how nutrition and exercise coaching can support women with metastatic breast cancer. To learn more about the Everyday Counts study in Milwaukee, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu. If you or someone you know has stage 4 breast cancer, please encourage them to call and enroll in this valuable study. Again, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. The Milwaukee Bucks lost the second game of their back-to-back against the Magic, 131-91. Their next game is tomorrow against the Suns at 7. Marquette and Madison men's basketball teams both put on stunners this weekend in major regular season endings. The Badgers won their game against number 15th ranked Purdue 97-93. Badgers claimed the 5 seed in the Big Ten tournament and earned a double bye. Badgers will play the winner of the Washington versus USC game at the United Center on the 12. Marquette put on a stunner against number 4 ranked UConn and won 68-62.
Marquette over the 4th ranked UConn 68-62, and it was all defense. Wow.
Wow.
Yes.
One more time.
Wow.
Marquette is the 7th seed, takes on number 10 seed Xavier on Wednesday at 5:30 in the Big East tournament. I'm Xavier Spencer, and this is the Truth Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
One on one, 7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. I got to head over to Pittsburgh, where parents are facing charges after more than 60 teens found drinking at a party. But this is based around my question of the day, because we've been talking about how much accountability should parents face when their children are doing things that are criminal. Well, we have a situation right here in Pittsburgh where parents are facing the charges, 60 teens drinking at a party at their house. We got some audio and video on this if you're watching as we broadcast live. Let's listen.
Parents should let that happen in their home.
A call to the Safe to Say Something program alerted police to a major underage party at this home in Plum on Saturday. That's a youth violence prevention program with the state attorney general's office. When police arrived, they heard someone inside yell for everyone to go to the basement. Police met with the homeowner, Corinne Dryberg. She allowed officers to look through the kitchen and living room, not wanting them to go downstairs. According to police paperwork, in the kitchen, police say one teenage girl was drinking a Surfside vodka and ran from them. In the basement, officers found more than 30 teenagers, all with different alcoholic drinks.
Oh, wow.
That's definitely crazy. Police found 25 to 30 opened or empty beer cans, seltzers, and malt beverages. There was a beer pong table, 3 bottles of vodka, and several mini bottles of flavored vodka and Jell-O shots throughout the basement.
If a parent's facilitating that, it's definitely pretty obvious they know what's going on, regardless if they're buying it all.
Police say there were 65 teens at the home, one 19-year-old, 7 18-year-olds, 30 17-year-olds, 21 16-year-olds, and 6 15-year-olds. Dryberg says it was her daughter's 17th birthday. She and her husband, Ian Dryberg, were the only people older than 21 at the home. Police say this isn't the first time they've had issues at this house. For one officer who responded Saturday, it was the 3rd time he was called to this home for massive underage parties.
The only justification I could give the parent is they truly think by having it at their house, they can overview it all. But like you said, once you get into the number of kids, I mean, trained professional teachers can't watch over 30 kids that aren't drinking, let alone drinking and partying. That's a tough.
All right. Well, I think that they should go to jail because a lot of those kids weren't theirs. You know, I think that in some states, if you're a certain age and you're with your parent, you could go into bars or you can kind of have a drink with your parents, with your legal guardian's permission. I think that that's something that in Wisconsin maybe that, you know, look that up. Can a minor drink with parents present? In certain places, I know that that came up with Kyle Rittenhouse too. When Kyle Rittenhouse came, yeah, the answer is yes. What does it say? What is the actual, what does it say?
Yes, a minor can drink with their parents in Wisconsin, provided they are accompanied by the parent guardian who have reached the legal drinking age. The law does not apply at the home, but is a licensed establishments like bars.
So you could bring your 17-year-old to the bar and give him a beer.
Yes.
A Bud Light.
Yeah.
With your permission. And it's legal.
That's what it looks like.
But they said something about the home. Can they drink at the house?
Yeah, no, they don't love it when parents are letting their kids drink at home. I don't see a punishment for it, but it is one of those things that you might be punished. They might find something to punish you for.
You might get a visit from Child Protective Services.
Yeah, possibly, probably.
But you can go to the bar and do it. But you can't. You just can't do it at home.
I think it's because they can keep an eye on how many drinks you're giving them at the bar, you know?
And report it if it's too much.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this. A lot of people feel that dealing with their kids in this way, you know, where they allowing their children to smoke weed because they're under their supervision, they're able to, you know, drink around since they're there, the parents. A lot of people feel like, okay, I'm monitoring this situation, and I want to bring a question to Truth Nation. Is it okay? Is this okay? Do you feel it's okay for a parent to allow their child to drink, even smoke, with their guidance, if they're there? I want to know, because this is a big, controversial conversation where some parents feel like I'd rather for it to happen around me where I can control it than for them to go out in the streets and do it where they can't control it. 833-212-1017. Do you feel that a parent can allow their child with their supervision to drink or smoke, either one, while they're present? Should that be going on? Because a lot of y'all call in to the show and say that there are parents out here actually that smoke weed with their kids. And that sounds horrible. That sounds horrible. But is it the parents' right to say, hey, this is my child. If they're going to do it, I want them to do it in front of me. I want to be able to monitor this and take a few puffs at the same time and take a few drags off the weed. Puff, puff, pass. It's a family thing. I don't know. Sip and pass. I don't know. 833-212-1017. It's some parents that's doing it right now. Why the Tory Lowe show going on? They don't mind. Bruh. They don't mind it. Well, this was a huge conversation when Kyle Rittenhouse, his mother, took him to a bar, and they said he had a drink, and during that whole situation, and they said it was legal to do that because the parent was there. And there's a lot of parents in situations where they kids are smoking around them. They not 18. They drinking around the parent. But a lot of parents feel justified. This is my child. This is the way I want to deal with my child. Do you feel that a parent should allow their children to drink or smoke around them before the age of 18? Or it's 21 to have a drink. You got to be 21 to have a drink, at least in the state of Wisconsin. But across the country, but there is a clause that if a parent of legal drinking age says, hey, I want my child to have a sip, or give him a brewski, it can happen. Right here in the state of Wisconsin. I'm in the chat. I'm looking at the chat and hell no. This is what they saying in the chat. They say, I'll take hell no for 400, Alex. Sincere Running Ray Real. Eddie in the chat says, in Texas, where Andrew is from, they drive through drinks like McDonald's. Now, I'll say this. When I was in Iowa, a lot of teens used to have drinking parties, and I never understood it. And in these suburban towns, they don't mind their kids having a few drinks. Andrew, did you see this? Was there a lot of young people under the age of 21 drinking at the house?
Yes.
And why does this go on?
You know, a lot of parents think that it's safer. Like, hey, if the first time you're going to do something, do it around dusk, that type of thing. I'll tell you, my parents were not on that idea at all. They were very much like, the rules are the rules, the laws are the laws. You should not have a sip of beer until you're 21. You shouldn't smoke until you're 18, all that.
When I got to college, it was a lot of my college friends that were they said that they would drink. They was drinking, and they was like 18, 19, They were already drinking around their folks with their family members.
Yeah, and I always thought it was super weird, right? Like, I never, because again, my family was very against that, so I was, that's what but it was always through me, especially when you get to college and there's some people that are, hey, I've been drinking since I was 16. It's like,
yeah, they bragging on it. Like, I'm like, what you mean? Like, my grandma would have, I wouldn't have made it to this age if I had did anything like this around my grandma.
Oh, exactly.
I mean, but a lot of people, a lot of parents, it's going on. And like I said, to each his own. To each his own. But like I said, when your child gets out here and starts to be troubling in society due to these habits, that's when the parents should be held accountable. I believe that we just talked about last week where they're passing a law. They're trying to pass a law in Chicago that parents need to be held responsible if their kid is out here doing criminal ideas. Maybe that would stop them from, them from raising menace to society. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just getting to that point where they got to look at this. How much of this is the parents' fault? But once again, we got some parents in Pittsburgh that they allowed maybe their daughter's 17-year-old birthday party to have alcohol and drinks. But they felt, hey, this is my daughter. She can have a birthday party with alcohol. And then the police was called, and they knew they was wrong because they told the kids to hide in the basement.
Yeah, the crazy thing to me, they did the breakdown of the ages. Tory was like 30, 16-year-olds. Like, that's crazy.
Josh in the chat says, under 18, hell no. Hell to the no. Under no circumstances. Kawana goes on to say, Tory, that's dumb. How I have to be 21 to drink, but my parents can give me all the drinks and drugs I want is straight up BS. This is the law. This is a law in the state of Wisconsin. How did they say the child's age? Was there an age that, if you go to the bar with your child, they can legally have a drink if you give permission. So is there an age?
There was not an age on the description.
Hold on, wait. It got to be. You got to do some. You might have to do a little extra digging, Andrew. It's got to be an age cap on this. It's got to be an age limit on going to the bar with a child and saying, okay, you can have a Bud. You can have a Bud Light. It's got to be some kind of like 17, 18. If it ain't no age, then that's a gray area. That could get gray. I didn't know this was going on until a couple years ago with Kyle Rittenhouse. So, but here we go. All I'm going to tell you is these parents are facing charges, but I don't believe they're facing charges for their own child. I believe that they're facing charges for other people's children coming over there doing it.
So the update I have for you, this includes anybody under 21, including 18, 19, 20-year-old adults. However, establishments can refuse to serve underage people as well. So if they look at you and they go like, hey,
this kid is 12.
Yeah, hey, we're not doing this.
Okay, so, but if they did do it, it'd be legal.
Yeah, it's a gray area. It's a good loophole.
Okay, so they can refuse. They can say, hey, look, no, this kid is, this is a baby. But what if he just money hungry, wants some cash, see the parent there with the child, it's legal, boom, booyah. It's no age limit.
They
need to fix that. They definitely need to fix that. Kawanda goes on to say, if any parent of any color is doing this with their minor kids, I feel should be accountable with negligence. I don't know. 833-212-1017. I know that a lot of people are upset with parents that deal with their kids in this way, where they allow the kids to be adults around them. And in my opinion, you got to be, once you get 18, you old enough to try to, go to college or try to get yourself established in this life. And if you get 21, if you want to go out there and have some fun like that, then that's fine. But you cannot drink or smoke around me. You can't. It's not going to happen. My grandma didn't allow it to happen, I'm not going to allow it to happen. That's how I feel about it. Well, we got the lines open. 833-212-1017. If you got a family member, maybe y'all got some family members that don't mind smoking weed with the baby, with the kids. I saw a video the other day where somebody filmed their kids thugged out on the social media with the like they was rolling blunts and they had the toy guns acting like they was gonna spin the block. I said I shared it on my Facebook, Tory Lowe, King on Facebook. I shared this video. It's just amazing how we looking at society and many people feel comfortable to put this on the internet. Should they go to jail? Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation, Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Truth Nation is the best fan base in the country.
Been listening to you guys for probably a month. It's some change now, and this is one of my favorite radio shows. And I'm 24, so I used to think talk shows was like an old head thing, and y'all got me hooked.
Welcome to Truth Nation. We want you to tap into the talk and text line every show, every day at 833-212-1017. Milwaukee Black Talk, 1017 The Truth.
Hi, this is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth, and I want to talk to you about something bigger than just buying a house. I'm talking about building a legacy. Owning a home isn't just about four walls and a roof. It's about giving your kids a place where memories are made, where birthdays are celebrated, and where they always belong. It's about planting roots, knowing your neighbors, waving from the porch, and being a part of a community that feels like family. If you've been renting and wondering if home ownership is even possible, Axe Housing is here to work with you. An Axe Housing coach will help you create a plan, a budget, and move step by step toward owning a place you can truly call your own. They've already helped over 4,000 families become homeowners, and many are paying less than they were paying for rent. Don't let where you are today stop your family's tomorrow. Start your journey at axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Your legacy begins at home.
Every child deserves a school that sees their brilliance. At Milwaukee College Prep, they believe in high expectations, strong character, and academic excellence starting as early as age of 3. MCP scholars continue to outperform their peers across Milwaukee. And the best part about it all, Milwaukee College Prep is tuition free. If you're looking for a school that partners with you, challenges your child, and prepares them for college and beyond, Milwaukee College Prep is the place. Visit MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com to learn more. That's MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Prizes, exclusive experiences, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting truthcontests.com. That's truthcontests.com.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Grandpa had a shotgun. I got both on the dash. Holy steel for the outcome. First body dropped to 16. Ain't talking no COD. I'm talking cold concrete. Chalk art. Mom's on her knees. Reputation costs a fee. I paid double for the rush. Now my shadow got a shadow, and they both of them is plush. I don't text threats. I don't at you. I just park at your curb. Let the
101. 7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Question of the day: should it be allowed for parents to allow their children to drink, smoke? It's even some parents that say, hey, look, I'd rather for my child to have a relationship and be intimate in the house with me, instead of being out in these streets. I've seen it. I had to deal with a lot of these conversations, but like I said, what's going on with this? Because at the end of the day, when we talk about just the kids and the rearing and the trying to get them from A to B as far as from child to teenager to adult, many times you'll find out that a lot of adults are the problem. They haven't fully grown up to accept, responsibility, or are they? Or are they accepting responsibility? Because in Wisconsin, minors of any age may legally consume alcohol, including beer, in licensed establishments, bar and restaurants, or private locations if accompanied by a parent, guardian, or spouse of legal drinking age. This is what they're saying. This exception allowed under Wisconsin statute 125.07A, and you can look this up. They say also it's at the discretion of the business owner, but if they can allow that to happen at the bar, what's going on at the house? Because they was drinking long before they brought the kid to the bar. If that's what's going on. And then sometimes they'll give, the people will buy a beer and they'll go sit at a table. So that don't mean that the bartender is right there on top of the situation. If we sitting at the table and I order 2 Miller Lights, and you get to the table and it's a kid drinking the Miller Light, and it's at the table. We've been at this booth for 2 hours. You don't know. Hey, but it's legal, I guess, in the state of Wisconsin, I guess. If there's a person, a guardian, a parent, a legal guardian there that's age 21 or over. Who we got on lines? Eddie, we got Eddie on the line.
I know that ain't who I think.
833-212-1017 if you want to join the conversation. How you doing, Eddie?
Sorry, I'm doing good. I've been listening to the show. I wanted to comment on this. And I think a lot of this goes a lot deeper than you think. Wisconsin has a drinking culture. I don't think there's anything cultural about being a drunk. It's not like I've never been drunk before. Collecting drunk drivings, putting people at danger, and quite frankly, ill health. I mean, there's a reason that St. Luke's Medical Center on 27th Street did the number one. For a long time, they were the number one liver transplant hospital.
Oh, wow.
In not just the Midwest, I think in the country. We have a drinking problem in Wisconsin, and as I grew up, I was a part of it. Even though my parents didn't drink, I was around the culture. I was around the movies where all the frat boys would get together and just drink and party and chase women. Some of that stuff was good stuff, but it's a little overboard. And when I would travel and go to Los Angeles, and people would say, Eddie, where are you from? Oh, I'm from Milwaukee. Oh, my God, you must drink a lot. And I'm like, well, I don't know. What's a lot, right? And then you go to Atlanta. Eddie, where are you from? You must drink. Apparently, I always thought that everybody in every city in the country drank the way people in Milwaukee do. But it's not true at all. We outdrink everybody in droves. And if you look at the national map of the drunkest states in America, people who consume the most alcohol in America, it's always Wisconsin. And in the last poll, we had 9 out of the top 11 drinking cities in America.
Wow.
We have a drinking problem here.
How old did you start drinking, Eddie? Like, were you allowed to drink in your parents' house?
I will tell you. I'll tell you a memory I have. When I was 13 years old, a group of us, we were young kids. We didn't know what we were doing. I walked into a liquor store. I ordered a bottle of slow gin, a bottle of blackberry brandy, and a 12-pack of red, white, and blue, and they sold it to me. We went out that night. We sat by the local river, and we had some beers, and one of the girls had a bad reaction to the liquor. The ambulance had to come.
What?
And the next day, yes, it was a big deal. The guidance counselor pulled me and some other guys into his office, and we had an open concept. Our school didn't have walls to it. It was one big open area, and bookshelves would separate the classrooms. This guy pounded. This guy was a former offensive lineman for the Denver Broncos. This guy slammed his hand on the desk, scared the hell out of us, all right? And, when you're younger and you're around all your friends and they're older, you're older siblings, you're 13, they're 16 or 17, and your friends are all talking about having beers and going to parties and stuff. You think this is great stuff. But as I get older and I look back, we were way too young to be doing that stuff. We were walking into bars at 14 years old and ordering beer, and they were serving us beer at 14 years old.
Oh, wow.
So what I have to explain to the younger kids today, when I was younger, the drinking age was 18, but it was like jaywalking. There was a law, but nobody enforced it. So you could walk into a bar at 16, and 7 times out of 10, they'd serve you. And when I was in high school, we literally, all the juniors in high school had a bar called Renzo's Pub, and all the seniors had the beer gardens. And we would go on Thursday nights and we'd go drinking. And this was normal stuff. As an adult, I look back, and I wouldn't partake in any of that. I wouldn't allow my kids to. Tory, on that note, I want to go. I'm glad that I could reflect upon my past to better the listenership of 101.7 The Truth FM. Tory, I'm going to go.
All right. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you for being honest, Eddie. Hey, look, Eddie came in, and now we kind of get a little bit deeper perspective on why he acts like that a lot. Why he acts like that online. Why he acts like that in the chat. Why he calls into the show. Eddie, I appreciate that, though, because I do see it. A lot of my friends from college, they were drinking at 16, 14, 15, 16. So, hey, look, when we come back, we're going to have more conversation, Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
Get the beat of the Bucks straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend.
Welcome to the fantastic voyage. Marcus Johnson, the captain of this vessel.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production.
My first mate, Chris Johnson, the only father and son tandem.
Your weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks and conversations with the biggest names in basketball. This week on the pod, Marcus and Chris talk to former NBA guard Rashad McCants. Find Here District now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcast.
I travel all around the world, Dr. Ken, and when I tell you, based on my experiences, this is like the #1 country that cares. Like, everything is about money. Yep. Everything.
This is The Truth Unfiltered with Denise Thomas and Dr. Ken Harris.
I've told people in the past, you have to be careful of what you complain about and what you use as a tool, because other people will take it and use it in the wrong way.
Sundays starting at 7 on 620 WTMJ and Mondays at 6 on 101.7 The Truth.
When I was diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma, I had so many questions. I didn't even know that it was cancer. Now I do. It is cancer. Blood cancer. It's actually one of more than 100 different types, and they're all treated differently. Now, unlike some other forms of cancer, usually there's no tumor. You can't screen for it to prevent it, and the symptoms can look like other things, so it could be hard to diagnose. I had a fever for weeks. I was so tired all the time. I didn't feel like eating or doing anything else for that matter. And I know that this can feel scary. But if you know what to look out for, you'll know what to tell your doctor. And you'll feel more empowered to take the next steps. Like getting in touch with the people who know the ins and outs and can help with everything blood cancer related. Blood Cancer United. They work one-on-one with each person who reaches out to answer questions and offer resources. Blood Cancer United was there for me, and they can be there for you.
Go to bloodcancerunited.org to learn more.
I take care of the kids, and I take care of my dad. I take care of things at work. The groceries, the cleanups, the meltdowns, the doctor's visits, the family events, mealtimes, bedtimes. I take care of all the things everyone else needs. But I haven't made time to take care of what I need.
Family caregivers are often overloaded. It can feel overwhelming and exhausting. It's no surprise that millions of caregivers experience symptoms of anxiety and depression every year. But help is available, because there may only be one you, but you don't have to do it alone. Head to mentalhealthcareworks.org. That's mentalhealthcareworks.org to learn how to get the support you deserve, because mental health care works when you make the call. If you're experiencing a mental health crisis or thoughts of suicide, dial 988, a message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
Listen to the home of the 5K Gruber Cash Giveaway. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. A question of the day: should parents be in trouble for allowing their kids to drink and smoke around them? Many parents feel like, hey, if they're monitoring it, what is the worst thing that could happen? I'm there, I'm supervising it. And also the state of Wisconsin says, hey, it's legal for a parent to go in a bar and allow their child to have a sip, or maybe more than a sip. But this is the discussion because there's a situation in Pittsburgh where parents were arrested for a 17-year-old daughter had a house party and they allowed the kids to drink, a lot of them underage. But we had this conversation where now there's looking into laws to criminally charge parents if the child is involved in criminal behavior. But it's happening all over the place, and it looks different in different areas, depending on where you at. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I know a lot of parents that allow young teens to have boyfriend and girlfriend relationships and, sleepovers and everything, And, my grandma would never. She said, when you big enough to smell your drawers, you got to get up out of here. You can't live here. There's only one grown up in this house. But a lot of people feel like, hey, if at least I'm monitoring it, and if it's happening around me, how bad can it get? Well, we don't, it can get pretty bad. We got a Lock and Lovely in the chat. She says, I knew a mother who, when her daughter turned 16, would let her daughter's boyfriend stay overnight. But when her daughter got pregnant at 17, the mother faulted the daughter for betraying the trust. What you think finna happen? You let somebody spend the night. Hey. What, big spoon, little spoon? I don't know. Hey, look, this is a conversation we got to have. Parents are under the microscope right now. Ken Wan is in the chat. That type of activity be the parents rushing the kids out the house. Getting them, not allowing them to take their time and grow into adulthood. Hey, look, I'm going to supervise you into adulthood. And I'm going to tell you right now, adulthood really don't have nothing to do with drugs and sex. That's just a low frequency. That's low vibration. Adulthood is a responsibility, being able to take care of yourself, to be able to get out here and be productive, be able to get your own place, become a renter or a homeowner or a business owner. Like, that's adulthood. Real adulthood, it comes with a lot of responsibility. Now, the drugs and the sex, that's a lot of people associate that with adulthood, but trust me, that's just it used to be a leisure. It used to be like, okay, in my leisure, I'm going to go do this, do that. But being an adult has nothing to do with how much you drinking and smoking. I'm going to tell you that right now. That I don't know why people even assume that, okay, I'm grown because I'm out here smoking. No, you're not. You're still living with your parents. You drinking, you got a drinking habit and a drug habit now, and you living at your family's house, and you ain't even 21. You already in the hole. Hey.
I'll tell you, Tory, the next thing we got to keep an eye on is gambling with these kids.
Oh, the gambling that's going on. Oh, yeah, the online gambling. Let me tell you something. It's going to be a huge issue out here in a minute. And I think that a lot of people, they are trying to address certain issues. I'm trying to address certain issues so we can see it coming. Because I know a lot of people that have parents that allowed them to do adult-style things, and they weren't fully adults in an adult space. And they paid the price for it. But, hey, the lines are open, 833-212-1017. I want to get to these stories before we get out of here today. I want to go to Detroit, Michigan. A Detroit officer arrested after a woman says he stole her intimate images. The officer. Worse than the officer that didn't look at the flock cameras right here in the city. Kaylee, hey, some of these officers, they need to be evaluated because they getting out here doing things that you wouldn't think the officer is supposed to be doing. Once again, this Detroit officer, a woman, said that he stole her intimate images. Stole them. If you're watching this rebroadcast live, we got video. Let's listen.
It's just kind of like scary to think that you're someone who is here to protect people. That's your job. That's what you're supposed to do. And yet you chose to do something like that.
Samantha Thomason says the officer sent intimate videos and a nude photo from her phone to himself while she was detained. Detroit police confirm he's under investigation.
Oh, wow.
Thomason says it all happened late Tuesday night when she first encountered the officer at this gas station on the east side, then was pulled over at Harper and Moraine for driving without insurance. She was arrested on a probation violation warrant out of Canton. Thomason suspected something was off when the officer got a hold of her phone after pulling her over. She says she did not confirm what happened until she bonded out the next morning.
When you had initially first seen even the text just sent to the number, it was a video, a sexual video off of my phone. So I already knew that was weird because, like I said, I didn't have access to my phone at the time. The only people who had my phone were the two officers who arrested me. It was 11 videos and one photo sent.
Oh, wow.
She texted the mysterious number using a different phone with the blunt message.
I will be reporting you because you sent my nudes.
Thomason claims the officer showed up at her house shortly after.
He was like, I'm here, is Samantha Thomason here? I'm here, I have a warrant for her arrest. He asked him to see the warrant, and he wouldn't show him the warrant.
That officer eventually left, and Thomason called 911 to report him. Police say the officer was arrested earlier this week. Internal Affairs is investigating.
Oh, wow. Andrew. Okay, so the officer tried to backtrack, come to the house, said he had a warrant. What he was finna do with her? Thank God she didn't leave the house with him.
This is like the next level of corruption.
Oh, wow. This is horrible. This is terrible. So the officer took things that he wasn't supposed to take out of her phone. 11 videos and one picture. All of a sudden, he circles back. I wonder what he was finna do. What you think he was finna do, Andrew?
I have no idea, but thank God you're right. She didn't leave the house.
She did. Thank God somebody was there, because if she was just there by herself, anything could have happened. I'm trying to tell you, y'all got to keep your head on the swivel. Just because somebody got a badge and say they're a police officer, y'all seen right here in the city of Milwaukee that the officer with the flock cameras recently looking at his ex-girlfriend and her ex spying on them with the police equipment.
I feel like this is worse than that.
This is worse than that. Well, it's both. I don't think it's a scale to weigh, but both of these ideas are a compromise of trust, because they are officers and they're operating in a criminal fashion. But both situations got something to do with women. And they were preying on these women. K1 says, either way, they was going to be on the news. All I'm saying is, when you talk about the trust being violated, they took her pictures and the other officer. Where was the other officer in this? Like, the other officer, his partner. You know he saw it.
I mean, that's probably the next shoe to drop, right?
I'm just saying. I mean, you know he was, oh, wow, look at this. Send it to me.
Well, the other thing is, how many other women have they done this to?
And then how many people got the videos?
Yeah.
They probably shared those videos with, after they got them. Hey, let me see that. Let me send them to me.
Which, depending, I don't know about Michigan's laws, but revenge porn is like a felony. So.
Got to be more careful. Also, there's another situation where in Georgia, a teacher died during a prank. This is something that Andrew brought to my attention. A teacher in Georgia, sometimes pranks can get ridiculous. Well, this prank out of Georgia resulted in a teacher losing their lives. If you're watching this, we broadcast live. We got video on this one as well. Hit that like and subscribe button. Let's listen.
Bouquets of flowers piling up to remember 40-year-old Jason Hughes, a husband, father, teacher, coach, and mentor for students here in Hall County. Olivia Williams, a sophomore at North Hall High School, stopped by on Saturday night to show her support.
Whenever somebody would need help or something, he would always make great conversation. He always had the best smile on his face, and he just seemed like such a friendly guy.
According to the Hall County Sheriff's Office, a group of 5 teens, including 18-year-old Jaden Ryan Wallace, went to the house to toilet paper a home, a common prank. Deputies say when the 40-year-old man, Jason Hughes, came out of the house, the teens ran into 2 different cars to get away. Deputies say Hughes, while walking toward the street, tripped and fell into the road. Then the Sheriff's Office says he was hit by Wallace's car. The Sheriff's Office says all the teens tried to help, but Hughes was taken to the hospital and died. His death sending shock through the North Hall High School community.
This can't be real. Like this, there's no way this happened. I just saw him this week, and I mean, I went to take a test and I borrowed a Chromebook from his room. There's no way this is happening.
Hughes' wife is Olivia's geometry teacher.
She's the sweetest lady ever, and they had just such a good connection, and you could just see it.
Hall County Schools released a statement saying in part, quote, "Our hearts are broken. Jason Hughes was a loving husband, a devoted father, a passionate teacher, mentor, and coach who was loved and respected by students and colleagues." 18-year-old Jaden Ryan Wallace is facing a charge of vehicular homicide. The other teens facing misdemeanor charges. Williams says the junior-senior pranks are for fun, but this time she says it got out of hand.
Okay, so he came outside, he tripped in the street somehow. How do you run somebody over? It ain't that much fun going on. This looked like a scene out of a scary movie. Like, this is what it looked like, because you toilet paper somebody's house. That's innocent. I done seen plenty of people toilet paper somebody's house. He comes out, somehow falls into the street. You trying to get away. You think it's funny. You think you're trying to get away, and you run him over? This sounds like I Know What You Did Last Summer. This sounds like one of them movies. Hey, my condolences to the family. Hey, that's why I don't even play around. This is why it's best not to play. People say, Tory, you don't play that much. I joke a little bit. I do joke. I got a sense of humor. I don't mind that. But a lot of playing around, horseplay, I don't do a lot of horseplay. Like horse playing around, people doing weird stuff, because it could end up crazy. So I don't even want to get involved in the horseplay. Once again, another tragic situation. Hey, look, when we come back, I want to go over to Michigan, where a white man, tells Grand Rapids Commission that he drove without a valid license plate for a year and never was pulled over. He thinks it's because he was white. We're going to talk about that when we get back, Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Milwaukee Black Talk.
You don't want to be there. You don't like the work. You don't like the people. Now, there are some differences. The only difference is modern American slavery and capitalism versus 19th century. We were dramatically more primitive back then. And a slave that is able to buy their freedom is the same as the disaffected, disgruntled worker that is able to buy their way into entrepreneurship, because that for them is freedom.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Hi, this is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth, and I want to talk to you about something bigger than just buying a house. I'm talking about building a legacy. Owning a home isn't just about four walls and a roof. It's about giving your kids a place where memories are made, where birthdays are celebrated, and where they always belong. It's about planting roots, knowing your neighbors, waving from the porch, and being a part of a community that feels like family. If you've been renting and wondering if home ownership is even possible, Axe Housing is here to work with you. An Axe Housing coach will help you create a plan, a budget, and move step by step toward owning a place you can truly call your own. They've already helped over 4,000 families become homeowners, and many are paying less than they were paying for rent. Don't let where you are today stop your family's tomorrow. Start your journey at axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Your legacy begins at home.
Grab the dial and crank it up, baby, because Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee is spinning its Winning Hits collection. Over the next 3 months, you could win a share of over $1 million in prizes. On top of thousands in cash and reward play, you could win one of 3 new Ford vehicles in the grand finale drawings on March 27th. Just play with your rewards card to earn entries. Press play on the Winning Hits collection, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
I'm very familiar with Gruber Law offices because they're always out in the community.
Gruber Law offices are known to be honest, hardworking.
They're always involved in our neighborhoods.
Gruber Law offices make our community a better place.
They are the best. For nearly 40 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped people throughout Wisconsin. If you're injured, we're here to help. One call, that's all.
Wisconsin would not be the same without Gruber Law offices.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, the Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I'm so high, I don't know how high I am. We can get higher, 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 higher. And we can get higher, 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 higher. And we can get higher.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. I gotta go over to Michigan. Hey, look, this white man is telling Grand Rapids Commission that he drove without a valid plates for a year and was never pulled over. And he feels it's because he was white. I mean, he did this on purpose just to see would he get pulled over. And he did some other things to see would he have the same consequences as his black counterparts. Hey, look, if you're watching as we broadcast live, this was all intentional from what he's saying. We got some video on this if you're watching as we broadcast live. Let's listen.
What these are? Yeah, you do. License plate tabs. These are mine from a year ago when I decided to start an experiment to see how long I, as a white dude, could drive around without them and not get pulled over. Last year, working all the way across town 5 days a week, driving through 4 or 5 different police jurisdictions, I was never stopped or questioned once. But please do keep telling us that there's no racial or class bias in policing. I bet if I started riding my bike around with a gun on me, nobody would call.
Oh, wow.
But in the past couple of years, GRPD has killed on 2 out of 3 calls for simply being black and having a firearm, supposedly in a state where that in itself is not illegal.
Wow. I'm going to tell you this. That's what, when we say it's white privilege, and a lot of people say it ain't no white privilege, he just telling you, hey, he's showing you, he's trying to tell you, hey, I'm able to do some things that my black counterparts are not able to do. And I'm riding through 5 different counties, all the time, 5 days a week. It never got pulled over. Didn't have any tabs on the car or anything. Like, I remember when we was coming up, when you didn't have the tabs, you had to put, or the license plate, you had to put license applied for, and they probably wouldn't pull you over. But what I'm saying is, he's saying that he was driving while white. And they don't, you got privileges. He just pointed out the privileges. Now, driving while black, it's a lot of negative statistics on that. You can get pulled over just for driving while black, with the registration, with the insurance. I'm trying to tell you. So we know that there's some biases going on, racial biases going on in the justice, the quote unquote, the so-called justice system. We know it's some corruption going on in these departments. As black people, we got the spidey sense. We can already feel when we gonna get pulled over. We can walk outside and somebody will say, "Man, I think something about to happen today." You be like, "Well, what you mean?" I mean, I'm trying to tell you. You could go into a neighborhood that's non-black and you could feel like the tension without even having nobody around. It's that uneasy feeling, like it's just innate. It's like we got a radar for it. It's like built in through 400 years of mistreatment and abuse. Maybe more than 400 years. I'm saying 400 years because that's what they saying, but it could have went longer than that. And we still ain't out the woods. So this white guy, salute to him for just testing the system, testing his white privilege. Now that he didn't came out, he might get treated like a black person. Now that he exposed the system, he better not drive. He better get some tags on his car. He better put some tags on his car. And he better not. Now that they see his face and they know who he is, he better not try to ride a bike with a pistol either, because they might be like, oh, okay, we got to teach him a lesson. What'd he say? 2 out of 3 people got shot for something that was not illegal, riding a bike with a pistol. He gonna be the third one if he gonna try it again, because now they didn't see his face. You can't expose the system like that and think you gonna keep your white privilege. I think his white privileges might get revoked from coming out with the truth. They don't like that. They don't like when somebody prove it. They don't like it when the white people go and try to show how biased the system is. They think that they should be happy because you getting the privilege. Shut up. You getting the privilege. Why are you mad? Hey. It took some white people to expose what was going on with black people for us to advance too. And they treated them dirty too. So salute to him for putting his white privilege up, trying to put his white privilege card on the line for us to show the difference. You seen the brothers in the background on the video. Brothers was standing right behind him like, yep. Hey, it can get tricky. Also, there is a story that I want to get to. There was another situation that happened in Milwaukee at a fast food restaurant. What's going on with these fast food restaurants? In the last couple months, like, these fast food restaurant stories is getting ridiculous. People can't go and order a decent meal at the drive-thru without conflict. They can't go order a menu item without conflict. And now they shooting, and now all of a sudden this situation where an employee got pepper sprayed by a customer at Rocky Rococo's. I can't believe it. Rocky Rococo's. We got video on this if you watch this rebroadcast live. Let's listen.
When getting food on the go, The drive-thru
You can order when you're ready.
is usually a safe bet.
433.
But right now, it's probably the last place Veda Fedikovic feels safe. That's her, getting pepper sprayed by an angry customer.
Felt like cayenne pepper to the eyes, and somebody just rubbed it all in, and my face was just burning.
The 18-year-old says she's worked at Rocky Rococo on South Howell Avenue since last summer, but this past Wednesday, she got a customer like no other.
She was like, I've been sitting here for 15 minutes saying, hey, 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 hey.
Fedikovic says she closed the window to go get a clipboard so she could take the lady's order by hand. But when she came back,
she turns around and then she sprays me
with a message before speeding off.
Telling me to learn my manners and says the B word.
She says she ran to the back covering her face. She later called police and says they went looking for the vehicle, but so far, nothing. Veda tells me the aftermath of this happened so fast. She says after reaching out to police and seeking medical treatment, she came back here the next day and called it quits.
I turned in my key and I was like, I'm sorry, I can't do this anymore.
Now Fedikovic says she wants the customer caught.
Nobody should go through something like this. Nobody should be pepper sprayed for working at a job where teenagers work.
And this was a white person, white-looking person that didn't spray somebody with the pepper spray at Rocky Rococo's. You never hear about drama at Rocky Rococo's Pizza. So I guess it can happen anytime, anywhere. This fast food thing is getting out of hand. Now you telling me they ain't got the driver's license plate? Like they didn't. That area over there got all these businesses and everything, and this is why they need to start putting flock cameras everywhere instead of targeting the north side. You know, they got 30-something flock cameras on the north side, and out there I wonder there's a flock camera out there by Rocky Rococo's because they just sprayed this woman with the pepper spray. This woman has sprayed the lady with the pepper spray in the drive-thru and drove off and ain't got caught yet. Hey, see, y'all think y'all safe out there in them suburbs, but you not safe. They acting crazy. They just ain't reporting all of it. But if anybody know who this lady is that then pepper sprayed this young woman at the Rocky Rococo's, please turn this person in. It's getting ridiculous out here at these fast food joints. I'm trying to tell you. I'm finna start cooking at home. There's a lot of high blood pressure going. Hey, it's a lot of high blood pressure going on out here at these fast food joints. Andrew said, "Put the fork down." Andrew said people need to learn to put the fork down and lose some weight. How much weight did you lose, Andrew?
40 pounds.
40 pounds. Did you ever get paid for winning the put the fork down challenge?
No, sir.
Oh wow. But you look good though.
My presence will be in heaven.
Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation, Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Do you hear that? And that? And that? Those are the sounds of a healthy and vibrant community. And to this United Way volunteer, nothing sounds better. They're the sounds of children being given greater chances to succeed in school. The sounds of neighbors receiving the support needed to overcome challenges, both big and small. They're the sounds of families gaining access to quality health care and nutritious food for their tables. And they're the sounds of members of our community who've benefited from United Way's financial education programs. See, wherever there's a need in our communities, there's a United Way. People working together to respond and growing the good for everyone. United is the way. So join us by getting involved or giving back. Learn more at unitedway.org.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other. Leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, Teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat, brought to you by FidelityInvestments.com. MoviePass CEO Stacy Spikes wants a piece of the growing prediction market pie with his new platform called Mogul, where you can creatively bet on the success of your favorite movie stars and films. Spikes told Bloomberg he's building the model around sports betting, which he says drives engagement for leagues.
When people are doing that, they go to the games and watch the games 75% more. So the more that you're engaged in outcome and what you think is going to happen, the more likely you are to go to the movies.
Spikes in a conversation with Bloomberg TV's Romaine Bostick. It's a bold strategy, but Spikes thinks it could be the film industry's next big thing.
When you're doing sports are regional. Well, when something like Wicked opens, it opens worldwide. So you have no impediment to worldwide growth, so it could grow very fast.
I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. The Milwaukee Bucks lost the second game of their back-to-back against the Magic 131-91. Their next game is tomorrow against the Suns at 7. Marquette and Madison men's basketball teams both put on stunners this weekend in major regular season endings. The Badgers won their game against number 15th ranked Purdue 97-93. Badgers claimed the 5 seed in the Big Ten tournament and earned a double bye. Badgers will play the winner of the Washington versus USC game at the United Center on the 12th. Marquette put on a stunner against number 4 ranked UConn and won 68-62.
Marquette over the 4th ranked UConn 68-62, and it was all defense. Wow. Yes.
One more time.
Wow.
Marquette is the 7th seed, takes on number 10 seed Xavier on Wednesday at 5:30 in the Big East tournament. I'm Nazir Spencer, and this is the Truth Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Tory Lowe, I need some Tory Lowe. Sun is shining, the weather is sweet now. Yeah. Makes you wanna move your dancing feet now. To the rescue, here I am. Want you to know.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Joining me as we broadcast live, advocate author Elizabeth Brown. How you doing, Queen?
Hey, salute, King. It's beautiful in the city of Milwaukee. It's Monday. I mean, what more can I say? The sun is out. Get out. Get you some vitamin D. You know, breathe some fresh air.
Hey, look, they saying that they've set your clock forward because the day's about to get longer. So here we go.
Absolutely.
Now,
again.
Now go right ahead because I know you like to soak up the sun.
Absolutely. Hey, you know, I'm staring right into the sun, okay? Because it was a lie that they told you you'll go blind, okay? So, yeah, absolutely. I'm definitely going to do some sun gazing, staring right into the sun to get all the mucus and whatever else calcification off my eyeballs. Absolutely.
Go blind. I thought that was Etta James.
Look here. No. She was going blind because of love. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't from looking at the sun.
Oh, wow. Well, I want to talk about this Michigan man, this white man. He goes to tell the Grand Rapids Commission that he drove a whole year without a valid license and never was pulled over through 5 districts, 5 days a week for a whole year and never got pulled over. And the brothers was right behind him. And look, the brothers was standing behind him because they trying to figure out they can't even go outside and go down the street without getting pulled over. So, to me, that's, somebody that's putting their white privilege on the line to make sure that he could point out the disparities that's going on with the system.
I mean, he just telling the truth.
Right.
Again, what we've been saying for a long time, but clearly it don't matter when we say it. Clearly the white voice matter, and it sounds about white that he was able to do that because we already know time and time again, we done seen so many people that was black that got murdered due to the fact of, one, just minding their own black business, The reality is that we can't even mind our own business because everybody want to police us. Again, it's a reality check for those who have the privilege of being white to really look at the world for what it is. Because again, them being oblivious don't stop it from not happening. It's still happening, whether they recognize it or not. Again, we've been saying this, but salute to that individual for standing up and speaking out, because like I said, again, when we talk about racism, systematic racism and all of these other things, racism only exists because everybody agreeing on it. Okay. So, I mean, to have an individual to recognize what the truth is and not deny it. Like I said, it's a new day, it's a new time, and those that are ready to open their eyes is recognizing what we've been saying for a long time has actually been true. And here we go.
Shaking my head. Also, another thing that happened over the weekend, and I don't know if you was paying attention to it or not, I'm going to just throw it out there because I had to talk to Lamar about it, attorney B. Ivy Lamar, because he did attend Jesse Jackson's funeral. And I guess the family didn't want it to be all about politics, but now it's coming out that the son is speaking out against how they made his funeral more of a political rally than actually about his dad. Jesse Jackson Jr.
I'm not. Why is he surprised? I mean, his daddy had been the scapegoat or the picture of the political push. Anyway, again, what people fail to realize, and what me and you tell people all the time in the city, because they have been profiting off of the deaths of black individuals since the beginning of time. We see it right here in the city of Milwaukee, where family members are murdered, and everybody has a concern, but they'll ride that dead man's name all the way to the White House to get in these meetings. Again, what we used to say all the time, do not allow these individuals to pimp your dead loved one's energy, because they will. They will use the name to get in rooms. We seen it with Biden.
Right.
How they came
Jacob
and
Blake.
did a song and dance like they really cared. And in reality, when they got the vote, they told the family, screw them. Okay? It's been happening for a long time that we see these individuals that will take your pain, pimp your pain. And you have to recognize, as a loved one of your individual, do you want the fame or do you want justice? Because again, you have to figure that out, because there's individuals out here that will use your dead loved one's name to get in rooms, to get positions, and then don't care if you get justice.
Hey,
so
look,
again,
I done seen families, change up and switch up, due to the attention that was happening. So, and I talked to everybody. I say, hey, look, let's just do what's right by the victim here. But because I know when them cameras start coming,
hey, it's a
people
whole
turn
nother
into
beast.
Frankenstein. Hey.
Everybody want to be, everybody want that validation. But like I said, at the end of the day, when we're talking about Jesse Jackson again, that's how he lived. And so the sad reality is, for it to turn into that political, who had the control over the funeral? Because when they will use you as a pawn.
I guess the rainbow push and maybe the family.
Again, how you live usually is how you be remembered when you die. So, I mean, with that being said, my condolences to the family, but at the same time, the sentiment, you have to understand what his name was tied to. I mean, even before he died, we seen him in a wheelchair outside of somewhere being used as a political.
I think that was the Target protest.
Absolutely. Okay, so I mean, with that being said, King, is it a sad day that individuals will use somebody's death, the energy of their death, to push their own narrative? Hell yeah. And the reality of that is, as a family member of a loved one, you need to control that, because if you don't, then they'll make a fiasco.
Also, we got another story that people are talking about. The former Michigan football head coach, Sharon Moore, felony charges dropped after judge ruled that his mistress was not a victim of stalking after evidence was presented to the court. They say he was set up by the cops and with the evidence being withheld. He lost his job at Michigan due to the situation.
Again, the harm is already done, but again, that's the lesson that he get. Quit playing in the snow. That's what you get. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's been so many examples prior to this, okay? We're talking about Shannon Sharp. I mean, we can go on and on. It don't even matter what the truth is once they done put the lie on you, okay? Let's not even go back to, you know what I'm saying? Like, the goal is to break you down, and they will use the white woman to do that. Again, lessons should have been learned, but when you think you bigger than the program, you get humbled real quick. And again, wasn't nothing godly about what he was doing. At the same time, hey, you play stupid game, you win stupid prizes.
Or lose the prize. Hey, look, we come back. I want to get your final thoughts on the show today, Elizabeth Brown. Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Truth Nation is the best fan base in the country.
Been listening to you guys for probably a month. It's some change now, and this has become one of my favorite radio shows. And I'm 24, so like I used to think talk shows was like an old head thing, and y'all got me hooked.
Welcome to Truth Nation. We want you to tap into the talk and text line every show, every day at 833-212-1017. Milwaukee Black Talk, 1017 The Truth.
Hi, this is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth, and I want to talk to you about something bigger than just buying a house. I'm talking about building a legacy. Owning a home isn't just about four walls and a roof. It's about giving your kids a place where memories are made, where birthdays are celebrated, and where they always belong. It's about planting roots, knowing your neighbors, waving from the porch, and being a part of a community that feels like family. If you've been renting and wondering if home ownership is even possible, Axe Housing is here to work with you. An Axe Housing coach will help you create a plan, a budget, and move step by step toward owning a place you can truly call your own. They've already helped over 4,000 families become homeowners, and many are paying less than they were paying for rent. Don't let where you are today stop your families tomorrow. Start your journey at axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Your legacy begins at home.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It starts with a spark. At Milwaukee College Prep, they nurture that spark from age 3 through 8th grade, building scholars with knowledge, character, and confidence. 88% of their students face economic hardship, but that does not define them. At MCP, they see students' potential and they help them live up to that potential. 4 campuses, 1 mission. College and beyond, MCP is free, high-performing, and open to all Milwaukee families. Visit MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com to enroll or get involved. That's MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com.
Need to look your best for a special occasion? You need the $100 hookup. This incredible deal includes a marvelous suit, shirt, and tie, all for $100. Only at Nick Cavani's, home of the $100 hookup. And that isn't limited to some standard stock suit. You'll be pleased by the top quality and variety of fashion offered at Nick Cavani's. No matter the occasion, maybe you're just ready for a fresh, new stylish look. Get hooked up today at Nick Cavani's in Mayfair Mall and at nickcavanis.com.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
If you ain't know, I get that peso.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Elizabeth Brown. Another powerful conversation. But, I'll ask you the question of the day, because in the state of Wisconsin, they're saying that minors of any age may legally consume alcohol, including beer, in licensed establishments, bars, and restaurants, or private locations if accompanied by a parent, guardian, or spouse of legal drinking age 21 and up. This is an exception in the Wisconsin laws. We talked about parents drinking and smoking with the kids, but I guess in the state of Wisconsin, okay, I guess they saying, hey, they kind of favoring that you can go get lit with the baby, without no repercussion.
And people don't even understand that alcohol is worse than, drugs. The sad reality is, King, Andrew, here we go.
Liz, I can't hear Liz. Yeah. All right, there you go.
Oh, okay. I said the sad reality is that alcohol is worse than some of the drugs, and it's easy accessible. When you look at how alcohol treats the body, what alcohol opens you up to. Again, we know the brain cortex after 25, but here we go. Again, telling the parents to take accountability. And then here you go with saying that as a parent, anyone 21 or older can go and bring this child into an establishment and do grown people things. It's scary, Tory, because what's happening now is inebriated child can't say no. You understand what I'm saying? So now you can have these adults take this child, give them alcohol, and then do whatever it is that they want to.
Well, hopefully the parents ain't out there like that.
Tory, what I'm saying is just open up doors. They said anybody 21.
Well, I'm talking about a guardian or married to the guardian. I think this is a parental idea, but I hear what you're saying.
Tory,
I hear what you're saying.
Come on.
It is there's a lot of holes in this. There's definitely a lot of holes in this, because they say that the bartenders can say, hey, look, I don't want to serve this child, right? But what if I'm at a booth?
Why would you put that on the bartender?
Hold on, wait a minute. What if I'm at a booth and I order 2 Bud Lights? The bartender ain't around. I can get around all of that.
Why would you put that responsibility on the bartender to say, I'm not going to serve your child. At the end of the day, we're talking about, so how many cases do they go back for the parents who they got for neglect because they allowed their child to have liquor?
And I think it's different at the home because let's say you at somebody's house and they kid is drinking and the parent is there and you call Child Protective Service. They going to come and investigate and probably take the baby.
Again, they take our kids for less.
Right.
Okay, they don't even need a reason to take our. But what I'm saying is, it's okay now that a parent can again have this with their child. I don't know. You know what? To each his own. But I would never give my daughter an alcoholic beverage, knowing, because again, I come from a long line of alcoholics. Clearly, my family wasn't good at managing their liquor. So that was something that I never indulged in, and I would never okay that or take a child to a bar or anything else. But at the same time, this is where the lines get blurry. Okay. And if we're trying to turn something around, this ain't a good thing that they adding. Because now you talking about it's okay for them to drink with their parent, and what's next? The OWIs, the DUIs.
Hey.
We know what Wisconsin is known for.
Hey, they driving while drunk. You know, a lot. That's reckless driving.
That part.
We got somebody in the talk to text 7435 says, I know parents who smoke weed with their teenagers. One teenager upgraded to stronger drugs and eventually overdosed to death. Should the mother feel any responsibility?
Absolutely. It's a gateway. Did she, I mean, when you open the door, if you okay one thing, and that's what people don't understand, it's a slippery slope. Okay. My thing, and to each his own, but with my daughter, again, Tory, me and you experienced going to the club with her. Right. Trash, absolute garbage. Right. I would never do it. All of the kids running up talking about Mama Liz, I felt out of place. It's just not a place for me to be around children. Because again, I was a child before. However, at the same time, I would never introduce my child, let alone somebody else's child, or okay anything that's like that, because it does open a door and you do have to take some accountability.
Also, we got in the chat, 5928 says, I remember being sent to the corner store to get my mom cigarettes when I was like 19 years old. She would send me with a note.
I know.
This was in the late 80s. I'm 46 now. If the store was closed, I would go to the closest bar where they had the pull cig machine.
The machine.
And it would always be okay for me to buy them. They would give me quarters too.
Absolutely. I did the same thing because my mother and my father was avid Newport smokers. Okay. I definitely did that. But again, it's a difference in buying the cigarettes versus a parent walking you into the bar, having you sit down and like, we're going to have some shots.
Right. I mean, that's to me, it's like, okay, when we have these conversations where people are saying, hey, look, we got parents that's smoking weed with the kids. We got parents that's, drinking with their kids, doing adult things. A lot of women or a lot of people will say, hey, I'll allow my child to have their girlfriend or boyfriend over at 16, 17, 18 because, hey, look, I'd rather for them to be at my house than somewhere else where I can't control the environment. And, a lot of these kind of parenting strategies come into question. But do the parents have a right to, as a guardian, to say, hey, look, I want to monitor my child if they want to do these activities. I want them to have it right here in the house.
I mean, again, yes, they should have that privilege. At the same time, too, like I said, I open up the door because, again, there's going to be backlash. You damned if you do, you damned if you don't. All I'm saying is, there's certain things. It's a sad day when the government can tell you what you can do with your kid and what they don't okay, you can go to jail for. I mean, for me, it's like, okay, the only thing I'm thinking about, because that's what I deal with, is like I said, when adults drinking and not thinking, certain things take place. But when you allow a child again to be inebriated around you, it opens up a whole nother door. You know what I'm saying? Because again, if they comfortable with you, they'll go somewhere else and drink too, because they kids. We know what kids do. If you okay it at home and somebody else parent okays it, and you like, no, just do it with me, they're gonna do it with somebody else because you done already okayed it. We have to not think like we wasn't children no more. You was a kid too. And majority of the time you're gonna go and do again, especially well, my mama let me do it at home too. So I mean, I can do it over here, it's nothing, pretty much, you know? So I mean, again, to each his own. However, I say, raise the eyebrow to it, because when the government say it's okay, it's a problem. It's a problem.
Lock and Lovely in the chat says grown folks have no business drinking and getting high with minors or 20-somethings. Grown folks need to get friends who are their own age and stop trying to hang out with the youngsters.
Hey, I just question, adult that wants to be around younger children. Are they trapped in their childhood traumas or trying to relive something? Again, like I said, those lines I never blur. I expect a certain respect, and so I'm gonna keep that line drawn in the sand. Like I said, my daughter 27. I never have a drink with her again. Me and you went out with her because y'all birthdays around the same time,
Right.
and I'll never do
she
that
was a grown
again.
person, yeah.
And I'll never do that again in my life. Okay. Tory,
she gonna
the
have to stay at
example
home.
that was being set in the club, like when we were dancing, they were sitting down. When they were sitting down, we was dancing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Two different genres, two different age groups.
so I can't relate.
Oh, wow. Well, Queen, I appreciate you for tapping in as usual. Hey, we got a lot of work to do. The cleanup, April 18th. I guess we starting to organize. We throwing that out there. Say the date.
Hey, let's get it, King. One love. Happy
All right,
Monday.
Queen.
Get
Happy
outside
Monday.
and get some sun.
Hey, I'm gonna try. It's a lot of homicides going on, but we're gonna try to get out here and relax. It's the nice weather outside. I might leave and go for a nice walk when I get out of here. But like I said, look, keep your head on the swivel. Look, it's a lot going on. Make sure that you watch your temperament now. Make sure that if you can avoid the situation, avoid negative situations, please avoid them and keep it moving. Keep your head on the swivel. Green don't always mean go, and look both ways before you cross the streets. I love you, Dr. Ken Harris. Up next.
If you ain't know, she got a bankroll.
Need a way to hype up your day?